But the thing is that Secret, you can hold on to the silence, and EG's then forced to hold on to their ultimates. I do like the Tide. The concern is, though, it's just such a slow-paced lineup still. Team fight dependent. They don't have much pick-off potential on EG.
Yeah, I don't like the Tide with Enigma.
Yeah, we've seen it a bunch throughout history of Dota.
Yes.
You know,
I mean, that was back in the old meta where it was all about getting all the team fight.
Yeah.
You don't pick 1, 2 team fight heroes, you pick 4 or 5 team fight heroes. But currently, these heroes, it's not like they've fallen off. It's you don't pick too many of them because you have to play at a certain fast-paced tempo that you can't rely on these big cooldowns. And these heroes, particularly Tide, without his ultimate, isn't really a hero once you're in the mid to late game. Like a Tide without Ravage mid to late game, you kind of ignore him. Although the new Anchor Smash, he does scale a lot better with the physical damage.
I think you might just sniper here if you're Secret. You need. Oh, that's the other one. Ursa's great. Monkey King was banned out by Secret, and this is one of the only lane dominators left. It's just super important that Secret get the matchup of Ursa against Tide.
Hey guys,
not the greatest hero against Bane Enigma, but you have so many stuns on Secret. You have so much chase potential, and it's that accelerated pace that we're looking for, and it meshes with that.
10 seconds.
Now we get to the Sumail RTZ picks.
This
What's it going to be?
5 seconds remaining.
So we want fast heroes, heroes that...
Nog in the pool? I mean, if you have Tide Enigma, right, might as well make it a full throwback. It's a pretty good Naga game.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
I believe that is one of the French commentators.
Sorry, you're not so special.
What?
They stopped cheering. What? No, I didn't mean he was. Never mind.
Rude.
I didn't mean that guy.
Okay, here's a carry for a TZ. I would say this is less greedy. It has,
What?
Sven is carry
Sven is less greedy.
compared to some of the other stuff we've seen. Then Arc Warden, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, where am I comparing it to? The last game, Kyle.
True.
Obviously, I would say not less greedy than like the Lycans and some of the other faster place carries, but it's a hero that can come online and fight with fewer items in a sense.
Who makes plays? Who
Sumail,
does things?
That's why there's 5 heroes in Team 04, Kyle. We're good. Says EG. I don't actually know if I believe that. They're versing secrets.
I don't know if you're like just playing devil's advocate with me or if you actually believe what you're saying. Because right now, I'm looking at 0 map movement against a Secret lineup that is going to be constantly crisscrossing.
My worry comes for EG from during the laning stage. I think that is when they're going to suffer. If they can get ahead in the laning stage, they're going to be fine.
They have to ban Medusa. They have to ban Medusa.
We'll see if they take your advice.
I hope.
On the bright side, there's no hero that can get the Sven on a cliff.
That's true.
That is true.
That's a really good point, Chiefs.
Has 4 staffs.
Yet. Yeah, there's
Rolling Thunder, I feel like you could knock someone on a cliff maybe. Who knows? Does that spell move you around? Not really. Knocks you up in the air.
Now, that guy must have been really famous. Even Pudge isn't getting a cheer. He's probably just not being entertaining enough. Dude, I can't turn it off. I'm like, my gut response to anything is to just start flaming it. Help.
Why don't you say what is good about EG's lineup so far? What is their plan, and what do they need to do to be
They
victorious?
banned Medusa. That was
Medusa?
step 1. You look at their draft and you think, okay, we can't ever kill this hero. We can't pressure the map against this hero, and all of our ults are ineffective.
So the good thing about their draft isn't their draft; it's their ban.
Exactly.
Right here.
Yes. And what do you?
You still don't like their draft.
I have no idea what you pick for Sumail. I think you might even just put Tide mid and give it to Sumail. At this point, I'm very afraid. But they kind of have to, actually, right?
Well, and the thing is, Secret's going to get they can put Ursa mid. Secret could just change the matchups based on what EG pick. If you pick something that makes it obvious Tide's going mid, well, Secret put Ursa mid. They get a carry for the safe lane.
You could Ember again, but it's that same concern. You're playing against Carapace and a ton of lockdown disables.
Well, I think we all agree that EG is fighting an uphill battle against Secret here. So our goal is to try to understand what EG is trying to do to make sure that Secret doesn't have a game. And so far from what you guys have been telling me, it's not been very good. Oh.
I can't help but laugh because of your reaction, Kyle. I was like, okay, my brain went to let's think about Wind Ranger, and then you just start cackling.
Yo, I'm tapping out, guys.
Gods help me out here.
I mean, it's a new hero. That
We've
is a
seen it
good and a
once.
bad side. It's
an int hero that's not very bad. That's not bad against Nyx. Because you have Shotgun, you got long disable. It doesn't do any damage, so you can even stun him through Carapace, and it's very good to kite the Ursa.
and it's hard to like. There's no obvious Carapace set. Like there is a chance he can Carapace a power shot that he sees coming from Vendetta, but it's far less likely than like the Remnant
Yeah.
we talked about Storm. But it's something that can be a lane dominator. I think Sumail is probably just a bit upset after last game where he died a lot. He didn't have a good time. He just wants to play something that can crush his lane.
I think you Pango mid here, or maybe Sniper, or there's very few matchups that beat Wind Ranger mid. I could maybe Alina, but okay, all right, never mind. That's a Pango mid.
And
That's
then Wraith King or Ursa, one of them's playing as a side lane for Zai.
That's really, really nice. I love Wraith King against heavy team fight because you make yourself a target. EG, they're trying to collapse. They want to hit 3-4 heroes with these big cooldowns, and the Wraith King's going to plant himself in the way.
He loves playing against big ultimates. This is, to me, less about the Doom, but I think Wraith King counters like the Enigma Tide Draft way more than it counters any kind of Doom thing because you just are not afraid of being Black Hole ravaged.
Yeah, I really don't know what to say, Sheaves. This is Secrets 2-0.
We said that EG has to focus on being a little bit faster, perhaps. I feel like this is definitely a faster-paced draft that they've got going. Stop making that face.
It's greedy, but it's if they get these big ultimates, you've got Ravage, you've got a Black Hole, so I think they know Secret wants to run at them, play fast, and they're going to have big ultimates to defend themselves. They can defend their towers, they can sit their heroes there. The problem is, when they go sit themselves there, Secret can go somewhere else on the map. Secret just rotate way too fast around the map, and EG cannot keep up.
Yeah, EG is going to be moving like this.
Okay.
Secret's going to be moving like this.
Crisscrossing.
Right? Yeah, like it's not just that they're so much faster. They have they have Nyx running around, Wraith King moving forwards. You can't actually target the front line of Secret. No one's really squishy except for Puppy.
EG need a good start. If they get a good start, they have these cores that need items. If they get those items without falling behind, they can still win this.
They need their first 3 or 4 moves with ultimates for objectives to work. They need hero kills and building deaths. And otherwise, I think Secret will just run them over. Sumail's going to have a GOAT performance as well. He's going to need to win his lane and then be the guy around the map, making these things happen, creating the space for his heavy teamfight draft to come online. Specifically, Arteezy on the Sven needs time.
All right, Kyle.
Wrap it up, Kyle.
Sorry.
I will wrap it up for you because we are heading into the second game of this upper bracket finals. Team Secret versus Evil Geniuses. From what I've been told, it should be a very fast, snappy game from both sides. Let's find out what's going to happen with Odie Pixel and Fogged.
Thank you very much, UBS. Game 2 of EG versus Secret. Can EG step it up after game 1 and be able to turn the series around? That is the question. The 5th pick Wind Ranger, Kyle didn't believe in it. What do you reckon, Fog? Could this be the hero for Sumail?
Let's see if he can just smash the lane. I think that's the biggest thing I'm going to look out for here.
Well, let's find out, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ourselves into game 2 of this incredible series. So the Sumail Wind Ranger. This definitely feels like, to me, Fog, a hero that EG probably sat there, got to the end of the draft. Sumail, he had a tough game last game. They said to him, what do you want to do? What do you feel that you can pop off? What feels right for you? And he wants the Wind Ranger, and he's got it. The question is, can he pop off against this lineup from Secret?
It's always great versus Ursa, just because you'll get this, your win run naturally is just going to be great versus the hero throughout a majority of the stage of the game. However, it's a hero we don't see picked very often for good reason. She's quite weak. However, if she can get a great start and she can start to snowball, then maybe she can start to take over. Secret has a very scary draft, though. This silencer pick, very strong pick up here. Usually you see it versus the Enigma, where it's like, oh man, it's really hard because you can't itemize. You can never itemize to actually get your black hole off. If the silence does go off, you're going to get cancelled. There's also a Bane as well, so these double channels. It makes the team fights and the catching a lot more difficult because you're very reluctant to be using either this Fiend's Grip or Black Hole in a lot of instances. So we were talking about how important the lanes are. We see the scouting immediately. Secret, they put a ward top a minute and 15 seconds ago. They want to get the Ursa versus that Tidehunter. That's the one that they were talking about on the panel. That's definitely the first thing that they want to start to do. So right away, we do see bottom. Zai is the one starting there. Secret has not revealed the fact that they have where their supports are just yet. You see both of them are hiding in the trees at the moment. And they might just make an immediate go on S4 once he shows his face. And
It
they
looks like
are.
they're going to try to. The stun from Yapso does miss as S4 with a nice little backstep will be able to get away, and that will keep him alive. Smart moves from S4 will stop him from feeding First Blood.
And now they're at least avoiding the Ursa being against that Tidehunter. So Zai, he'll have a bit of trouble down here versus a Bane and a Sven, so he should see Arteezy get some nice free farm, which EG really does need. We're talking about how important the lanes are. Having your Sven and your Wind Ranger off to a good start, absolutely the most important thing for them.
So will we see, do you imagine, Secret to move a support down bottom, or do they keep the tri-lane pressure on S4?
I think they'll probably move. I think we'll probably see them just rotating, either maybe go to the jungle to try to find the Enigma and slow him down. Right now they're doing like a side pull. We'll likely see them switch in a couple moments here. Depending on which lane, not too sure just yet.
Well, top, with a bit of an attempt onto S4. He is stuck here in the trees. Will be able to cut his way through. Now he's got that second level. The anchor smash, hard for Secret really to have the damage early on unless S4 gets caught out already low on HP. That 3-man pressure onto S4. It is going to mean space will be there for the Enigma to pick up some action in the jungle.
Yep. And Zai, like we said, he's not gonna have much fun at all down bottom. Level 1, just running around getting runes and just looking for the Enigma bit here, maybe to just snipe an Eidolon, snipe some experience from a camp that does end up dying. But Crit is doing the top side of the jungle as top. They're actually looking to make this aggressive move. They really want to kill S4 before they break this tri-lane. The stun again off the mark.
Yapso. I mean, is this necessarily Yapso missing them, or is this just S4 with smart movements?
Smart movements, for sure. I mean, the first one, he the stutter step back and forth, was able to dodge it. How are you asking me that? How's he missing?
I was like, who are you going to flame? Are you going to flame or are you going to praise?
Nah, I mean, those are nice little side steps, and they definitely made him survive. He's not level 3, so you've got the 2 points in the Kraken Shell, which makes your survivability just so much easier. Now we're seeing Yapsor, he's got the boots, so he's running around looking for crit, trying to sap some of that experience, kill some Eidolons off, break some clarities in particular. Just make his life pretty miserable, and he's also going to block the hard camp as well, so.
That's for a little, too low to hang around now. The damage really adding up. The mid lane matchup, 13 for 4, 12 for 4, incredibly close between mid one and Samael.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep tabs on there. There's aggression happening on all the sides as Zai will be the first blood.
That's the setup they required. Arteezy, the one to draw it as well. Gold for the Sven as Arteezy already having an incredibly easy lane down bottom. 19 and 12, first blood. It's a dream start for him.
The mid pango is always something that is going to be like a mid one specialty, of course, but we've seen it, people like starting to like it more just because you have such good rune control. You're always able to just swashbuckle to get those so you can have mana to harass as S4.
This time they should have him. I don't think he may not even need to use the stun here as S4 just chased down with the creeps pushing it underneath the tower. Secret will finally get that kill that they've been after for the first 4 minutes of this game.
So I've been trying to look at this mid matchup. You see Sumail, he moves for the runes before they actually do spawn. This time he gets pretty lucky, of course, with his spawns as he's moving toward top already, but gets himself a haste rune. Mid one will not be having his bottle filled up here, so the harassment from Sumail will definitely build up here. Mid one might have to bring himself some angles clarities.
Oh, and down again on the bottom lane. They kill off Zai. Same time, Secret make the move up top on towards S4. Body blocks will be required, but S4's able to walk his way around. So if they can dive in any further, but the Kraken Shell remove the curse means that S4 will survive. But this bottom lane, it's going so darn well for EG.
Full free farm for Arteezy. Not being slowed down whatsoever. And the Wraith King is not getting full free farm up top. It's not the same as this because they have a full tri-lane. They're trying to go for these kills constantly. Nisha is suffering a bit more in those last hits. Arteezy having a great start here for their team.
Yeah, not missing anything from that bottom lane. Getting these kills, getting the pulls, making most out of the neutrals and the lane creeps.
We've got bounty runes showing up. Looks like mid one might want to claim hit one for himself since he didn't get that 4-minute rune. So it'll be 2 for 2 bounties. We see Yapsor, he constantly just runs into the jungle, slow crit down. You know what these Enigmas do. They're going to rush a Dominator. Probably usually around, if you get uncontested as an Enigma, you usually get around that like 5 to 6 minute mark. since he's been getting chased around a little bit, Crit is slowed down here. So that first catapult wave will not have the Dominator finish.
And Mid1 going from that bounty rune to joining the forces to try for S4 once again. Swashbuckle's
off the
actually
mark.
going to miss. Yapso does land the stun, and with the Rate Fire Blast, they'll have a good shot at this, and they should get this. He's got the stick charges, actually. S4 still alive. Finally, surely they'll find him, and they do. Mid1 will get the kill. There's so much focus from Secret being put onto this top lane, but it's leaving the mid lane and the bottom lane in very good places for EG. Samael, 32 and 11. He's getting very far ahead with the farm because of those movements away from middle by Mid1. And of course, bottom, the story continues for Arteezy. The CS, it just doesn't stop.
Sumail can set up for solo kills too. He's got the Javelin delivered. He's level 6-2. Mid1 is getting focus fired immediately. Has to back away.
Samael's going to try and dive for this. There is backup for Mid1 as Mid1 jumps down to the low ground with the shield crash. Yapso as well, blocking it off with the spike carapace in case a power shot came through, but Samael holds on to it. Will try and run away. Yapso clips him with the stuns. Mid1 in with the swashbuckle. Do they have the damage? They don't. In fact, the focus fire is still going. Samael, he's just going to run back in. Mid1 will fall. Samael gets the kill. As Mid1 kind of plays himself there, trying to go back in, but underestimating the duration that Samael has that buff upon him. As Samael will finally fall against the three of them, but Samael will take that, being able to get that kill underneath three of the noses of Secret.
Just like a calculated play there coming in from Sumail. Knows that with that win run, can't get hit. They already use their disables. He can go up and focus fire and finish off the last few hits. That Javelin delivered as he was making that play. He was very confident with it. And 2K gold lead, that was the 3 versus 1 that he was able to make, force all those reactions. It does set Yapsor off to have a good start now, though. That big gold injection that he does get for the kill does have 1,000 gold to his name, but EG has to be very happy about that.
Absolutely. I think we're seeing already why they let him get this win range as the last pick, EG. They knew to trust Samael in whatever he wanted to play, and so far it's looking pretty hot. Bottom lane, another attempt onto Zai. They've got the sleep set up. Fly continue to lay down the damage as Zai. Has he got any backup or help coming in? He has not, as EG will run him down. Another kill on this bottom lane for Arteezy. 52 CS at 7.5 minutes in it. And all these kills rolling in from as well. 3-0-1. One of, if not the best Sven start we've seen this entire major.
This is you couldn't have asked for better right now for EG. Sure, they've died a couple, 3 times or something, but S4 is level 6 already up top as this Tidehunter. They aggro tri-lane to try to slow him down. Crit now has the Dominator finished up as S4 is going to walk over and pass that, the pooled Ring of Regen that we see every time Enigma's played. Dominator finished off. This is the actual perfect start. Bottom tower is even claimed so early on. Arteezy level 6-2, off to a fantastic start. Pretty much Echo Saber finished.
I mean, this is the EG that we expect to see, especially after they get knocked down in the game 1 of a best of 3. This game 2 performance coming in, full power. 3K lead at 8 minutes in. Everybody finding the farm, finding the start. Zai's the one across the map that's slipping behind. A very slow beginning for the Ursa top. They'll try and look to roll in onto Crit with the Malefice, the Ravage. They'll slow down the attempts here on Mid1. He's trying to get this Rolling Thunder off. Can they get the right clicks in to kill him off? They cannot, as he will be able to keep his distance. He's going to try and come back, and he wants to go for Crit. Does know that if he comes close enough, S4 will be sure to finish him off with an Anchor Smash. So Mid1 has to stay away and TP out. He cannot go back in for Crit.
That's a rotation from Mid1. He's level 6 only on the Pangolier. He's trying to make space to give Yapsor that mid lane. You see Yapsor's sapping his as a Nyx assassin, but he doesn't get the kill. Now another swashbuckle off the mark.
It does. It misses. His Crit's flying. They'll turn. Shackle shot Samael. Power shot as well. He shoots down Mid1. They can try for more. Samael runs down Puppey with the focus fire. As Puppey has no escape surely from this one. He cannot get away. Another kill for Samael. Back towards mid. Nisha. Being chased by Fly. Yapsor is there to help him out. Fly will try and turn, but the stun set up from Yapsor comes out. He will be able to pop the reincarnate. Samael's coming across. Shackle. Keeping Fly safe. Holding Yapsor and Nisha back. Fly, will he be able to keep the distance? He can. They cannot chase him down. Fly gets out of there. As EG, of course, whilst this is all going on, that bottom lane, Sven, Arteezy continuing to farm away, way ahead of anybody else in the game. As that Echo Saber is done and dusted on top of the treads before the 10-minute mark.
And another 600 gold to boot. Literally everything going in EG's favor right now. As they also proc the Wraith King ulti too. So that's 3 minutes that Nisha has to be playing pretty careful. As you can see the aggression that EG can do when they have this early Javelin on Sumail and this early Echo Saber. These two are very powerful fighters here.
Every coin helps.
Secret have to be very careful, yeah, if they try and go for any of these cores. As EG, with the lead that they have, they'll turn. and they'll fight back incredibly hard. This draft, this lineup, working so well and able to utilize this early advantage that they have. These early few items making these heroes incredibly potent.
And you're feeling like Secret could have a bit of damage issues in the next few moments, especially versus such a farmed Sven. Even though he only has the 1 point in the Warcry, he's got 1600 HP, and he's got his another Ogre Club coming out, or Ogre Axe coming soon. Definitely going to be hard for them to stick and bring down the target. And Zai, 0-4-0 in this game because of that bottom lane, this Ursa, one of those heroes that you want to have a good start because you can just get that bull roll, you snowball really hard, you set up your Roshans for your team. This one, Zai's just getting his phase boots out.
See towards mid. Looking to maybe set something up here, Crit.
10-minute mark, they've got more catapults coming into, the Dominator takes another one, and they're going for the siege and the wraparound, all 5 heroes.
Yeah, Secret have to be careful how close they get to EG.
Sven, level 9 with almost 2,000 HP. That's so scary right now for Secret to try to fight into.
I mean, we saw, Secret, it was very clear that with their lanes, they did want to just prioritize keeping the pressure up top. They let that bottom lane sort of fall to pieces, leaving Zai on his own.
Yep.
Was that the play? That is the question. As so far, it really seems that EG, given that space down on the bottom half of the map, they're making so much happen with it.
Yeah, and I mean, even the Tidehunter, who was aggro tri-lane that we were mentioning from S4, sure, 0 and 2, but level 8.
No strength, hot by RTZ. We'll be a little careful though as Yapso TP's in. Has to be careful going in with any sort of cleave against the Spike Carapace.
They do not have the damage to kill RTZ. They need to isolate him with like 4 heroes in order to bring down that Sven right now. But EG all in the area here. They're getting some deep vision down too, and they're playing around where they have just control of the map. They have both of the tier 1s down like at this 12-minute mark. It's very rare you see the mid and that safe lane tower taken out so early. Now Zai getting collapsed on. Got some trees with that quelling. We'll be able to survive for a bit longer and buy themselves time of farm. Now we do have, I believe, Nisha is about 20 seconds from having his reincarnate back up. And Nisha's still farming just fine. Sure, he's like 1600 behind RTZ, but he's getting close to that relic.
But he really is sort of the only core on Secret that is farming fine.
Yes.
All the others falling behind. As EG getting such a lead on both Samael and RTZ. These 2 cores are able to do so much. As Secret forced into a position where they have to play safe. They cannot afford to be caught out by the killing potential of Samael and RTZ's Wind Ranger and Sven.
Yeah. They have to try to fight like as 4, but they don't really want to fight into all of EG right now because they're on the back foot, but they want to fight around 4, let Nisha finish up this Radiance, and let him kind of be left alone so he can use his skeletons to push towers right now. So if you look at their draft overall in Secret, they can take Roche with Ursa and Wraith King really easily, but taking buildings can be a lot more difficult. They don't have natural pushers like your Shadow Shaman this time around or anything like that. It's got to just be the Wraith King with those skeletons.
Up top, an attempt looking to be made onto S4.
They have the break from the Vendetta, so we'll be able to prevent that Kraken Shell for a few moments.
Yeah, if they can kill him quick enough. Amongst it, there we go. The stun's out, as well as the skeletons there we have with the swashbuckle and shield crash, they'll get him.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that Nyx has been just... Of course, Carapace is one of those amazing abilities, but just having that extra break potential just built in naturally into Vendetta allows you to just do great for heroes like Tidehunter. No Kraken Shell for you.
Samael, full Maelstrom now done.
Looks like about the same time. I think Midwin's about to have his done too.
Secret, they're going to be quick to make a play after getting that kill onto S4. They smoke up.
Yeah, this is
going into the Roche pit here with the 2 of them. Zai and Nisha, they can do this very safely.
This is what the panel was talking about that like fast-paced draft. Sure, they're on the back foot because of the way the laning setups happen, but the nature of their heroes, I know it's not a lot, but their heroes just do this. They go to that Roche
It's
pit
been
with
scanned though.
Ursa.
Are they going to be able to do it quick enough? It's down to half HP. A Hellbear Smasher being sent in. They're aware of this. Can they get in time? Zai trying to finish with the Roche. RTZ's charging in. The Global is there to stop a stun. With the bash is holding Zai down. RTZ will be stunned by Nisha outside of it as Secret will get the Roche. They will pick the Aegis up on Zai. Zai will fall the once. Can they kill him a second time? Mid-one. Rolling in with the Rolling Thunder onto the 2 of them. Has to swashbuckle out. They'll have to leave Zai behind. As EG unable to get there in time to take the Roche or the Aegis, but they do make sure that the Aegis is removed immediately from Zai.
Yeah, and EG still has all their ultis up. That was Secret using a global to try to protect that Roche fly, going in a bit deep here, but the rest of the team is there to back him up.
But as you say, Fly, he can do this because Secret know that without those big ultimates, even though it sort of seems like just a Bane presenting himself on the front, they cannot afford to try and turn and go on him.
Yeah.
As any time that
Nisha.
The globals aren't there, they've got to be careful. And Nisha indeed. He has got reincarnate. They'll kill him the once. Backup's in as well. Zai and Yapso, 2-man stun comes out. They'll surely kill off Fly. Can they get more? 3-man ravage there from S4. Black hole from Crit. They make make it look so easy. A Secret just walk into the Ravage Black Hole Samael triple kill combo. As there's got to be smiles at the moment on EG's faces, as that was the easiest team fight they've ever had.
It just walked right into them.
They just walked right into them.
They didn't have to really do anything big there. It just was a simple Ravage into
press your spells.
Yeah, we're going to see it again. It was beautiful.
Just press R, Lul. And they did. Here we go, Zai. YapzOr coming in. I mean, they're never going to kill S4 quick enough. He's always going to be able to press that R key unless something's wrong with his keyboard. Crit wanting to join in the fun as well, and Samael picking up the glory.
But this is where now Secret, you think about it, right? You're like, okay, Ravage, Black Hole used. Let's try to make some aggressive plays because they're not really around too much of those timings, but they still want to build time for Nisha. So he's going to be the one farming, but I think we're going to see mid one in particular go look for someone to fight for and just get themselves some more space on the map. But already, I just see Arteezy picking up a full BKB. This is a level 13 Sven. Max Warcry as well, so that damage mitigation is going to be in for his team to try to protect him. And EG, they don't care. They don't need their ultimates right now. They're ready to fight.
I don't think you can't kill Arteezy. This lead that he's had, this item, he's an item ahead of everybody. He is pretty much invincible as top lane. They'll look towards YapzOr. YapzOr's gone. Another kill for EG is now with his 5k lead, 12-5 at 16 minutes in. They are certainly giving us a big turnaround after that game one. Secret just knocking EG about. This time, EG showing they can do exactly the same back the other way.
And they could win this game in just a few next moments' timings, right? We look, sure, Nisha's getting close to that Radiance, but Arteezy, because he itemized for this BKB, they're going for Mech as well and Enigma. They could just snowball down and take over this game and end it. Go for that high ground push. Secret, they don't really have great ways to deep push on their lineup either. They have an Arcane Curse and their Pango's Swashbuckle, but besides that, it is tough for them to actually clear the waves once EG's already set up. And we see this. Another tower getting brought down.
And nothing Secret can do really to slow it down. Tier 2's down at 70 minutes in. Puppey getting blocked off by the Eidolons. Artur walks in, stun. Puppey's gone. A Secret, they need something big to swing this one around.
Oh, look at this. They're just walked 5-man from tower to tower. Sure, we don't have Black Hole and Ravage, but we're still very strong as a 5-man unit.
They don't need them.
It's going to be back up right after this. Ravage is now ready. Black Hole about 50 more seconds, and there's no way. Like, Secret just can't take fights. Nisha does not have Radiance still. Reincarnate's still on cooldown, and this is definitely looking extremely problematic here for Secret as another item comes out for EG. Just fluid control from lane to lane to lane. You see them now directly, went from top to mid, go clear out bottom, flush them out of their jungle, look for that final tier 2 on the outside.
Just textbook progression from EG after every single objective. They're playing so tightly. They're not letting any sort of cracks appear, nothing that Secret can really abuse to get back into the game, because EG are playing with unstoppable force here in game 2.
Yeah, and they're all picking up these early game items, these semi-cheap items, so that they can just look to battle and look to just close out this game in the next few moments. They don't want Secret to just sit back and farm. Even though they probably can. It's just Arteezy, he committed for BKB. He's got the blink too. They can be very aggressive. They don't have to worry about taking any fights on EG. Sumail's also going for a very early BKB as well on the Wind Ranger. He's gone for an extra Javelin after that Maelstrom just to increase his damage with the Focus Fire, but after that, it looks like it is just going to be the safe route and just looking to close out those games with those early 10-second BKBs.
Definitely the way to do so. With the amount of stuns and silences out from Secret now, he can sort of commit with the Focus Fire Maelstrom and not worry about like a stray Spike Carapace holding him down. He could just lock down on a target and whoever he finds will die.
They've got the Radiance finished up. Secret, they're trying to look for some type of play here versus EG. 3 heroes smoked up as Zeiss continues to push out that top lane, but there's still, you can feel the weakness right now for Secret. If EG's grouped up, that fight's going to be pretty much impossible for them, as EG immediately does do that.
Secret, and they just need to make sure that they don't walk into the Tide and the Enigma like they did before. That would be a good start in trying to turn this one around.
It's going to be hard not to, though, as the wraparound comes.
He does. He just walks in. S4's going to find Puppey. There's no global available as the Silencer is dead. Into the midst of it all. Ravage out onto the 4 of them. That's Nyx Assassin dead as well. Midwatch rolling around. We'll be able to cut down Crit, but there's 4 dead on Secret. They'll kill off Nisha once. They'll kill him off twice as he evaporates to the damage output of EG's lineup. 10k lead, 20 minutes in, tier 2 on the bottom lane taken down.
This could be the GG push we were talking about. They still have the BKB on Arteezy. Sure, he used God Strength.
He's ready to go.
They
High
are
ground.
definitely ready. They
No need to stop.
They killed Crit pretty early in the fight, but he's okay with that. They got the perfect setup with that wraparound, and Arteezy just proving to be an absolute beast in this game on the Sven. And Zai
tries to jump in, but the shackle's there for Sumail. He's shut down. Can they kill him in time? Zai will be able to turn. They'll go to Arteezy, but the BKB's off. He walks out. They've got the silence out. On to Fly, looking towards his Bane, but S4 tries to go for an anchor smash, holds it back. Spike Carapace will still proc. S4's dead. The rest of EG still on the retreat. Mid one trying his best to chase. Has a swashbuckle back up in a couple of seconds. Could at least try and find Fly. If he hits it, there he has it. Maelstrom, lucky shot procs are there, and Fly will... Oh, will he die?
Oh, he's going to get the rune.
There's a shield crash, but as you say, he did his job. Picks up a bounty rune on the way out. Fly doesn't mind. He'll take that.
Some breathing room, though, for Secret for sure there. But the buyback from Zai catching EG looked a little bit off guard as they were going toward that high ground. They actually just have to BKB on the Sven and get out of the fight immediately. And now they're actually starting to pick up some items.
Yapso. Just by Carapace, the power shot. Look at the curse onto Sumail. It's very close to the shrine, and they don't want to dive any further. BKB also now on its way out to Sumail's Wind Ranger. The Secret will push back, try for the tier 1 in the mid, up on the high ground. Arteezy's leading forward, trying to chase down mid one, and Yapso. Stun does hold the two of them back. But they'll get away. Secret will now retreat as EG do regroup around the middle lane.
Still a very strong powerhouse of EG, as we saw how fast they took out Nisha, in particular in that last one. You see Nisha right after the fight buys a chainmail, just anything to give him a little bit more armor to deal with that straight physical damage that's coming out from Arteezy. But this is still such a weak Wraith King in this game right now versus how much EG has. And EG is not letting up. Like we said, they went for these early BKBs, so they just want to group up and go. Look to solidify that last map control. Look, take out a tier 3, maybe take out those shrines, and then back up and look for a Roche. If EG's able to get a Roche versus the side of Secret, Secret's draft is the one that wants to play with Roshan, right? They're the ones with they're the ones versus this heavy team fight of EG, but EG now, just with so much map control, they should be able to control the map until that does respawn.
As Zai just trying to find any space he can to catch up and farm. Bottom 4 net worth on his Ursa. It's been a very rough start for Zai as his lane was well and truly sacked, and you're seeing the repercussions of it. Top lane, Fiend Script setups there. Arteezy jumps in. And mid one out of the game, the highest farm at the moment for Secret's lineup. Bottom lane crit goes for the black hole. Zai did get the ult off, so a lot of that damage reduction is there. Extra TP's coming in to make sure that they can kill the Ursa off. Zai has blinked back up though. Crit's unable to cancel it, and Zai will be able to escape. So at least there, black hole down for nothing.
Clicking on people with TPs right now. He probably was calling for a TP for somebody other than the Tidehunter, because I clicked on Sumail, his was actually on cooldown, and Arteezy had already used his top, so he was probably calling for a TP, but they just didn't have it available, and Zai with a clutch little quick blick out. So now they don't have to worry about a black hole, at least.
Still a whole lot more that they have to worry for, though.
Absolutely.
With this huge lead that EG still have. Secret, they'll go for the smoke up, trying to fight. With that, they know that the Enigma doesn't have that ult potential. Global silence being used here. Zai will be saved. At the same time, Secret are trying to make a jump towards S4. S4 juking them for now, though. Get the curse slow, but still, this Tide should be able to walk off. So, as much as the black hole was used for nothing, in turn, the global, it does save Zai, but it doesn't allow Secret to make any sort of plays.
Yeah, for sure. And there's no way they can really set up for the Tidehunter kill unless it's the Nyx Assassin who gets that initial hit to go for that break. So as soon as anybody else reveals, you know that S4 is safe. EG just, you can see there the way that they're controlling the map. Just keep the mid lane pushed in, keep that top lane pushed in. One, it probably will naturally push out for Secret because one of their heroes will not be able to make their way out there. But EG just keeping control of the game, keeping control of that map. Level 18 on Arteezy, God Strength available. They're smoked up.
Crit's got the Greaves done on his Enigma too, so if the global comes early, we'll be able to play out against it. Nisha down bottom. They found him. Very much isolated. Only Puppey in the neighborhood, and there's only so much that a silencer can do to help him out. As Nisha killed off the once, they're going to have to leave him to die a second time as Secret show no interest in being able to come over and help him out as Nisha will be run down. He's trying his best to juke away from this, but they've got vision upon him. The stun's out from Arteezy to smash down the Wraith King as Nisha falls. Top lane, Secret looking for Sumail. Rolling Thunder into the trees. They do get the bounce off into the stun from Yapso. As Sumail, he'll get found out alone. A nice kill for mid one.
Looks like Sumail went for a aggressive play there because his BKB is still on cooldown, so must have gone for some type of aggressive play to look for somebody else there. That's some breathing room for Secret, even though Nisha's dead.
EG, they're still trying to poke around at this a bit. S4 is playing around with them as Fly's been picked off. Maybe they can collapse back into the river for S4. There's still just the 3 members of EG. S4 is still charging at Secret's lineup. He's looking towards Yapzor.
They're starting to get, I mean, the gold accumulation for Secret's starting to get
swinging
there.
it back round.
It was 10k for EG, now it's all the way down to that 5k gold mark as they claim all 4 bounty runes there. Getting themselves that big kill on that win range and really paying off, and they're still sticking around toward top for S4, it looks like. They have the Nyx Assassin invisible with that Vendetta.
That's easy. Gonna try for Puppey. So run him down, Gush to slow him off. Yapzor can offer a stun. S4 slides in, but the Yules from Yapzor as well, holding back the tide. Doesn't matter, RTZ into the trees. Will hunt down the Silencer, claim the kill, and put him pretty much to the gold required for the full AC. 100 gold to go, this creep wave will do it. So Assault Cuirass, ready and out at 25 minutes in. RTZ's game continuing to be golden.
Yeah. They still don't want to be giving up any of those type of free kills, especially from Sumail. This is a hero, it's Wind Ranger. We don't see this hero too much for a reason, like I was mentioning. You can fall off very hard, especially because of like the itemization too. He went for the early BKB too to try to protect himself. Has to be careful on this Wind Ranger. He's versus natural counter. He's versus that Nyx Assassin, who always can be a bit difficult to play versus. That's why he went for that BKB. But now you see Secret, they're starting to accumulate a little bit of room for themselves here, even though EG now, with that Aegis, with that cheese, should have a good window for themselves.
Yeah, for sure. This has got to be the time to go up to the high ground.
Yeah, find a catch.
They are ready to push in. All ults at the ready. Secret, of course, there themselves as well. They do have responses. Global silence available. But this Sven just so huge that RTZ can present himself up on the high ground. The split push does come out for Secret as they will try and force some sort of a reaction. Nisha onto the tier 2 down bottom with the Skeleton Army. We'll see how the reaction comes out from EG. And the reaction is just to be to try and push even harder than Secret are able to down bottom. And with the AC, they can certainly do that. Yeah. Fortification comes out. RTZ just pushes on. The tier 3 tower gets absolutely destroyed by the physical damage of this Sven. They're onto the barracks as well. The global silence coming out early. They're going to try and look to jump towards S4. Kraken Shell will remove the silence. Mid one's in with the Rolling Thunder. Onto RTZ. They're trying to take this fight. Secret. They will get onto the Sven. Silence is there as well. The hold from Fly. Holding the Pango down. They can turn towards mid one. Follow-up stuns are there. Mid one's in trouble. Mid one's dead without buyback as EG kill the Pango, take the top set of racks.
They couldn't get to the backlines. In the meantime, though, the Skeletons are taking down that bottom tower at the same time.
Zai, he's tried to jump in for this, but the focus fire's out him, and Zai's running away. Gush is there from S4. Zai's dead as well. Dead for 70. No buyback available on this Ursa. EG. RTZ diving in. Puppey caught out by the stun. Spike Carapace will stop Puppey from going down as they hold RTZ back by the towers. But EG, they can just look back towards mid. There's still this window where there's only 3 up on Secret. Yapzor burning the mana of Artur. Shackle shot clips onto the Wraith King. They'll move back in onto Nisha. S4 on top with the Gush. The anchor smash. Nisha dead once. Can they do it a second time? Puppey and Yapzor trying to keep the space there for Nisha to stay fine. And they will do so. EG back off, very low on the mana. These constant mana burns from Yapzor adding up on these strength-based cores, but they're pushing in.
Nisha knows how squishy he is. He's only got 9 armor. Throw that AC on, he's down so little. Medallion plus a Gush too.
The Ravage walk in onto the 2 of them. They do get the Shackle on as well. Samael focusing here with the fight. There's no Reincarnate available for Nisha for 90 seconds.
He's dead.
Samael gets the kill, takes out the Wraith King. Nisha does have buyback. Curse is there onto Fly. Mid one still has the Rolling Thunder, doesn't need it as Fly will get taken down. Buyback comes out from Fly, but RTZ back in. BKB, Black all out as well. 2 more dead on Secret. EG now to take the mid set of racks. It's a 13k lead, 2 racks advantage for EG. Can they do anything with a buyback? Secret. They'll jump forward onto Artur. The ult's out from Zai. RTZ pretty low, but not low enough. Nisha plus the Blade Mail, but dies immediately. The damage too much. GG is called. EG take game 2 and draw this series to a game 3. We said it, folks. After game 1, you can expect EG to come back with so much fire, so much aggression and performance, and boy, they did. This game 2, EG back on top.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like they got the lanes that they wanted, and from there, everything it didn't just naturally play out that way, but they got such good lanes. RTZ was so far ahead the entire game. There was nothing they could do in response to this, and because of the way they got those lanes set up. So EG, props to them for the way that they moved around the map too. Kyle was very adamant about how they could not make moves around the map.
I was going to say.
EG absolutely did so in this game.
They did. They really did. The individual performance and as a team and the draft as well. EG just making up for every mistake that was there in game 1. Flawless performances across the board. 12-0-7. I mean, Arteezy, they had that lane set up at the start, and you saw how much he did with that. You cannot let Arteezy have this space because he's not going to miss a CS. His efficiency is off the charts, and as you say, he spends the whole game being 5k ahead of any other core in the match.
Yeah, and when you're a Sven like that, you got your Echo Saber pre-10 minutes with treads. That's, like I was saying, this seemed like the absolute dream game for EG. Secret missed out a couple big things, right? Missing out on those kills on top really seemed super costly for them because they were a tri-lane that just didn't really accomplish much of anything.
Well, we've got that game 3 coming up that I'm sure a lot of people hope for. Secret versus EG, 1-1 with EG taking game 2. We'll head back to the panel to see if Kyle still has that smile on his face.
Well, we wanted EG to play faster, and play fast they did. They dominated that second game of the series. And you know what? As an analyst panel, it is our job to make sure that we light all the possible scenarios, and we believe in the brains behind the drafts and so forth. But I believe there was one member of our panel that didn't really embrace that theory, and that panel member is Kyle. So Kyle, what do you have to say, let's say, to Bulba?
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the fans too. I didn't tell you what my intentions were. That first game, I doubted EG. I know you doubted EG. I had to do something radical. I had to curse Secret as hard as I possibly could so that our boys in blue could give us a game 3. It's the new El Clasico, Sheaves. And I care more about good Dota than the fast day, 2-0s. I want to be here till 2 a.m.
Believing it, Sheaver?
No.
Believing it for a second?
There's no way. I think he tried to find a loophole.
Do any of the EG fans believe this for a second? I mean, I love good Dota. I love game 3s,
right.
and I love Kyle being incredibly freaking wrong. That was great.
I rest my case. Wrong
know
on
what?
literally everything.
Do you do this often? To get people? You're my first one, actually. The individual could be a high-level target.
I can't go to Yemen. I'm an analyst. Get on the plane.
I'm only human after all.
There's something different about his agenda.
Paris was only the beginning.
Do what I can, don't put the blame on me.
Won mid handily and consistently made moves around the map. Accelerated the game. So EG were the ones knocking on the front door of Secret's base very early on into the game. It all starts with the laning phase, though. I was so shocked that they actually left Zai on an island against Sven Bane. Like, that is not a matchup a solo Ursa can do anything with. And you're tri-laning into a Tide in his own safe lane. It's a recipe for disaster. There was that one juke stun, and all of a sudden S4 is level 3. He might die here and there, but it doesn't matter.
This is when, tri-lanes used to be the thing for 2-3 years. You ran tri-lanes. There was no concept of dual lanes for a period of time, and they kind of fell apart when people realized you could just happily lose against the tri-lane but win everywhere else in the map. Yeah. And that's what EG did. They had a favorable mid matchup, they win that lane. They have a 2v1 lane where their carry is farming in a 2v1 while shutting down the enemy 3, and then they've got a jungling Enigma. Yeah, they were essentially winning 3 of the 4 lanes if you include the jungle into the mix there. And Tide... he's losing his lane. He dies once or twice, but he's getting XP. S4 still has an impact. Yeah. S4 did his job perfectly.
Exactly. And you're trialing into this hero that wants to be trialing against. Andy's in the safe lane, and I think that the Enigma jungling makes that even worse because you're as you God said, you're winning 3 lanes, and you're not even suffering on Tide. Like, he had more CS. He had double Ursa CS. Like, he was keeping pace with his own Enigma. Like, that's perfectly fine for EG. And I think that they exploited something that perhaps they could have even done in Game 1 had they been able to expect the meatball, which no one really was. But that Medusa ban was huge. You look at what they replaced it with, a Wraith King. Still that same concept. He's going for a Radiance, tanky frontliner, spread damage. Medusa would have done his job so much better and covered Secret's lack of teamfight.
It was a very well executed game indeed from Evil Geniuses. Tactical, we saw them being tactical and slow yesterday. This was tactical and fast. I liked it, and I think that this is a good pace to set. You could tell that Secret weren't used to playing that fast pace when someone else was the one setting the tempo.
Yeah, for sure. And not only that, they couldn't teamfight effectively. I think Arteezy going Echo straight into BKB was good as well. Like, some players always getting Blink Dagger immediately, but as soon as you have BKB, it's like we saw yesterday in the Sven game. Was it Nip Sven, right? where as soon as Ace picked it up, like they were suddenly crushing fights and able to battle whenever they wanted.
That was going to be the key out in this game, playing against Nyx Pengo. And yeah, EG had complete roach control. They just took all the objectives of the map. And we got to see Sumail go off.
Yes.
That 3-man gank on mid where he dies, but he kills mid one before he goes down. Like, I see him, okay, he's going to live with a sliver of health. He gets the win run off. I'm like, okay, he's just going to run away and live.
Yeah.
No, he runs in, gets the kill, throws away his life, doesn't deny himself to Ancients, but that's one of those confidence plays that just sums up Sumail that no other mid player I feel like would go for.
Yeah. And it worked out. The MVP, though, 12-0-7, Arteezy Sven. It was solid. That's the best word I can use for it. A solid performance.
He had the dream game, though. I would give it to my boy Sumail simply because I think that he had a more difficult time achieving the net worth lead that he obtained. Artur was free farming, got a couple extra kills, 20 CS ahead of any other player on the map. Like it's just not sustainable, I don't think. And in Game 3, I do feel like the lanes from Secret are going to have to be a bit sharper. You cannot give a squad like EG, we've been praising their individual skill, maybe their strategies or whatever, have been suffering, but if you give them that edge, they will still play incredible Dota, and they are deserving of their place in this upper bracket final. They
are indeed. So is Team Secret, and obviously we saw them win in Game 1. And let's discuss a little bit, other than the draft, what went wrong for them. We said already in the lanes, it probably wasn't ideal. Was there a way for them to run the lanes in a way that you think would have been a lot better than how it ended up going?
You need the Ursa against Tide.
Yeah.
There's no other way?
I mean, the tricky bit is once the lane matchups are bad, do you then spend the next stage of the game running your heroes across the map?
Yeah.
Because that, if you're the ones changing lanes first, you're normally on the losing end of that lane swap.
It's true. I'm not sure.
And the other big problem is when you do those lane swaps, it works better when you have dual lanes, because then that core Ursa who's running from bottom to top and your carry who's running from top to bottom, it's okay because there's a support there to get the XP. They would have left bottom lane empty. And that's where you don't feel good about lane swapping when you're tri-laning, because who's getting that XP while Ursa walks from bottom to top? No one.
Well, that's where it's also why we don't see tri-lanes very often, right? Because you can just dual lane top, put the Nyx there, have him pull the camp or pull the lane if you have some sort of difficulties for whatever reason in 2-on-2. Silencer, I think, has to be bottom, just to secure whatever hero is there, whether it's Ursa, whether it's Wraith King. Bane Sven is just too powerful to leave just one hero, no matter who it is. You just kind of throw away the matchup. And I like Sumail's build, too. Just double human, no boots, no bottle, double null into Javelin. That was actually why he was able to secure the kill on mid one, who I thought did a great job, like laning his mid Pango, but has that won a game that we've seen? Because I haven't seen mid Pango have much success at all. I think as a 4, it's fantastic. Off lane,
yeah, but I think you have the right idea of starting to rotate on the map. But when I first really realized things weren't going well for Secret, his first rotation was top. They 4-man ganked a Tide, who was already kind of shut down, or at least not free farm. Like, of all the heroes to kill this game, Tide was the one you shouldn't care about killing.
Yeah, and you can even see he just bought. I think he ended the game with like Vlad's and. He was halfway to a pipe. He finished a pipe. Something
on the
like
Pango?
That. No, on the Tide.
Yeah.
It's just a non-factor. You can kill him over and over and over, but his team fight impact will not change because his net worth is lowered.
Yep.
You have to deal with the win condition, which is the Arteezy Sven or the Wind Ranger mid. They tried to kill him once. He ended up turning around. They tried to kill him a second time, and he escaped. And after that, it was just the Sumail show. Well, really, just the EG show. They were unstoppable.
Yeah, it was a highlight reel, especially at the start. But once those all started coming out as well, there was only one little down period where it felt like, they got picked off a couple of times. And I thought at that point, perhaps, if Secret can make it to super, super late game, they'll have a shot. But do you feel like if it did indeed drag on, would they have had a shot? Like, was their lineup even built for that?
Not really. They were looking more for the mid-game time. I mean, it's Secret. They're not normally that late-game team. They didn't have that big late-game carry. Wraith King's not going to be the best late-game hero in this draft. Wind Ranger kites him. Sven outscales him. And then the 2, 3, and 4 on EG, Enigma Tide, I mean, the best late-game team fight in the game. EG, we're going to comfortably win that in the late game as well.
Yep. And at some certain point, you're going to get a Refresher Shard on either one of your huge team fighters, and there's nothing Secret has to deal with that. You have a Silencer ult, but it only slows the inevitable onslaught, and you just don't have the damage output. They didn't have the team fight edge, and again, point to, if you look at the first draft in retrospect, okay, and you remove the Meepo, EG's lineup doesn't look too bad. You could even argue maybe they're a slight favorite But as soon as the meepo comes out, it's like, oh wow, this is over if Secret just can play this hero. And I think that we might have had something similar happen here, where the Wraith King just doesn't complete the Secret lineup, and the lanes go poorly, and they're just out of it. Like, there's no hope anymore to win the game when your lanes have gone that badly, and you never are confident taking a 5-on-5. I cannot believe they even got the first Roche, but you can say they had to just get out of there and ditch his eye in the pit, even with Aegis respawn. Like, you can't fight.
Can't fight. You know what? Normally, I say normally, but often, when it's a 3-game series and the first game is a stomp one way and the second game is a stomp the other way, game 3 should be an even match, hopefully.
I'll buy a ticket for that.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I think everybody would.
Go.
I don't want to jinx it because, you know, there's a lot of pressure already on this matchup to be a hype one. I think we've already seen amazing Dota being played, but at the same time, I also feel like the biggest matchup that we've seen so far is draft versus draft.
Yeah, for sure. I think lanes too. But just the way these teams set up the game, I really hope we just have one where it's even at 15 to 20 minutes. That's all I want. Make it more of a showcase of these teams' talents. As you said, there's... who's even the youngest, not the youngest player, but, you know, who's like the newest to the scene on one of these squads? Nisha. And he's like a superstar in the making. Everybody else, 5+ years as a Pro Dota 2 player. Maybe Sumel's at 4.
Mid 1.
He's been around, though, right?
He's been
about
around.
the same as Sumel.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was playing on like Fnatic in those early days, before the Team Secret.
There's a lot of veterans that are part of this matchup as well. There's a lot of stories going into this as well. I'm just excited to see what's going to happen next, but we gotta have to wait for the draft for that.
I think for EG, this series matters a lot because keep losing a Secret VP at every major, every tournament you play. Going to TI, this would give you so much confidence having beaten Secret in the best of 3.
And it's been the same story, right? You know, credit to Bulba for this. They've lost at these majors, but they've tried... It's been the same. I remember, I think in CQ, they went Terrorblade first 2 in both games. They got rolled. Today, they go on game 1, they get meatball, but game 2, it's the same opener, but it does go in a different direction. And I think the key for this game 3 is to ensure that Sumail is activated. He was playing Ember in game 1. That is a staple, but he doesn't. It's so impossible to play against Meepo. He's going to make mistakes.
He gets hard lane count. I think part of the justification for that 9th pick Wind Ranger is that, you know, who lane counters Wind Ranger?
Exactly.
He knows he's going to get a matchup that's, you know, at worst 50-50, and quite possibly Wind Ranger has a lot of good matchups. He ended up with one that's, you know, 60-40 in his favor, and he wins it and has a great game.
I'd love to see something like a TA for him in this game.
That was something they banned last that game.
Yep.
That would have done a similar thing where you can last pick this TA there. You know, most matchups you can kind of come out on top of this TA.
Question. Evil Geniuses, we've mentioned them before as a championship team. Their goal is to win TI. If they keep hitting this roadblock called VP or Secret, you feel like they would be a team to, even though they're guaranteed for TI, even if they swap one player, they're still guaranteed for TI.
Oh, they're not going to make a roster change.
You don't think so?
Who would go to EG that hasn't already been on EG?
Well, you can go back to EG. That's what Arteezy did.
Bring back Uni. I don't know. No, I don't think.
I don't think so.
They're consistently dominating turns. There is a possibility. I think some teams who are qualified for TI might make a roster change if they feel there's an upgrade. But I think you're looking more at those teams like around 9, 10, 11 in the DPC.
Yeah.
Not the EG who's top 3 or 4 right
like
now.
J-Storm, who just made a roster change. As I think they were 11th, now they're 12th.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't make sense. You look at the stat, right? Upper bracket teams and also the top 8 teams, because they're one and the same in this event. One roster change between them since TI. That's Ana coming back to OG. Everybody else has constantly had a rotating shuffle for the most part, and it's a big part of why these teams are successful, because you do grow over time. And even EG, like, I think this might be the first time they're in the game 3 of an upper bracket against VP or Secret. Maybe VP took into game 3. Wait, are you sure about that?
Well, when they met Secret previously at the CQ major, it was in the lower bracket. Obviously, at the Stockholm major, they didn't even make it that far, so we can count that out. The KL major, not entirely sure.
The one
but they
against-
did get knocked out by VP.
Yeah, the one at VP in Sweden, I want to say was a 2-1.
Real quick, EG won the toss. Well, it doesn't matter who won the toss because Radiant has been Team Secret selection in all 3 games. EG wants first pick. And we're going to have the Enigma banned out by Secret. Doom's still in the pool. Now EG have to decide, do we ban AA? Was that the Doom counter? Can we not pick this hero first if it's in the pool? And this is why the third game is so cool, because there's a bit of a meta that's developed. Both teams have gotten an advantage through something the other team didn't recognize perhaps was possible, right?
And that meta is we'd rather verse your Abaddon than your Enigma because they target that Enigma.
I don't blame them because, as we pointed out, that crit Enigma basically got so much freedom, so much farm, that Secret couldn't really rival at all.
And this OD ban, I think they intentionally leaving both ABBA and Doom in the pool, expecting to get one. Secret was the team that brought ABBA into the meta, really.
If you're Secret, do you just first 2 your staple and go for a morph right off the bat? Because EG's been banning that second phase every game, and it's one of Nisha's... It is his best hero. It is his signature. Maybe Medusa, but currently it's all about the morph.
You can. I think it's possible. Just because, and you have that lane flexibility, but no, ABBA Monkey.
Okay.
Mid 1 Monkey. That's another hero that if you want to get it, you need to get in that first stage typically.
And that is the ban Secret was utilizing in the previous games. They went Drow, ABBA, Doom, game 2. This game, they leave both ABBA and Doom.
Yeah, because they've been playing with second pick, so it's like, we want the ABBA, but we know they're going to first pick it, unless there's something more enticing.
Yeah. Monkey, one of the best laning mid heroes as well, and I think mid 1's definitely the best in the world at this champion, and in addition, a bad... What?
Champion?
Hero. I said hero like 4 times. I wanted to use the synonym.
First, you do what you pulled last game, and now you're pulling a champion on us?
You gotta step it up here. We're in the upper bracket finals.
Seriously, this is top 3. These teams deserve to be in the top 3 of a major. I don't know if you do, Kyle.
I'm trying my best, guys.
Man.
Jeez. Don't kick me off this team. Abaddon covers you against Batrider. That's the thing.
Okay.
And that's one of the hard counters to Monkey. It's very annoying to play against both in the lane throughout the game.
Do you consider that a counter? You gotta be so close to get that shield off.
It's just a cleanse. There's only like 3 or 4 methods of doing it. And Earth Spirit's quite nice in the same regard because you can play in the trees, stun Monkey King out of his branch. Also a ton of kill potential, and this is what I was kind of hoping for in it as well. Crit had a good Enigma, but it wasn't him who was responsible for winning that game. He did his job, but that was a product of the draft and Artesian Sumail going off. The Earth Spirit, though, now we can play some dose.
Would you say it's one of like the heroes that can actually punish ABBA in the lanes? Like you get level, like ABBA can't just always rely on denies when there's a potential, Earth Spirit roll or silence on him. Because that's really where this ABBA 5 position with missed calls look incredibly just borderline OP.
As a concept, it makes sense because Abaddon is a siege laner. You just sit in the lane and you slowly whittle down the enemy, heal your ally, and over time you out-harass. You win those trades. Earth Spirit is a killer. You don't lane effectively, but you can make plays around the map. You're excellent at pulling creep waves to sort of deny this strength of Abaddon in his own safe lane. And you play around this slow hero, you force TP, and immediately you'll be at the other end of the map faster than this Abaddon can match you because of the roll speed.
At the end of the day, for Secret, they're not going to feel terrible about it because they're picking it as a 5. They're not picking it to rotate and make plays. That's going to be more what they get out of Yapsor. So, we'll see what these next few bans are.
Yeah, they get rid of the morph again. Grimstroke from Secret.
Okay.
Too spooky with a Doom.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we've seen Fly play the Grimstroke, but...
Well, it's also because EG had opened with Fly's hero in both games so far. This time they go with crits. So Secret banning out the 5 position.
It's more that, they're choosing that over his Bane or something that he plays more frequently just because it does fit their draft better.
And Bane is also not as scary when you've got this cleanse from your Abaddon.
Yep, and you're also... The Bane last game is great because you have Enigma, so you want that, less greedy hero, something that gives you a disable. You've kind of got that from the Earth Spirit. This is not a greedy 4, so you can get a slightly greedier 5 position.
Wouldn't the Fly hero just be Oracle again, though? Or why would Oracle not be a threat in this one?
It's a possibility. I mean, Oracle's just a grade 5 right now, so it doesn't stand out like as amazing right now for countering any specific things Secret have, but it is still good.
And I really like this decision as well. They banned the Medusa one phase earlier. Something you got to be careful about in Game 3s is when teams take a hero you've been banning and they pick at the phase before. That's why I was like, I was super suspicious of a Morph first 2 from Secret, and then would be a Medusa in the second 2. And EG denied both of those ideas. Secret, with Medusa gone, now ban the Sven. They don't want to lose to the same thing. And it's one of the better heroes against Monkey King. You have pace to get out of the ultimate, a ton of plus armor and damage reduction if you try to attack him.
Or you just kind of out-damage him. Like you can actually fight him despite him getting Jingu because you do so much right-click damage.
Yep.
But
10 seconds remaining.
Secret look for now. Yep, so is Tusk still in the pool? We saw in Game 1. Not sold on that. And we're going to see his 4-position line.
I like this.
Big fan of this here. Yep. Likes to rush that X Scepter. Play very greedy on it.
Underpicked, and the new changes to the ultimate mean you scale quite well. You have a GPM damage talent, rather. And you also have 2 methods of lockdown, which is key for a hero like Monkey King. It's one of the best heroes. Whenever you're playing Monkey and Ursa specifically, these heroes that need that burst few attacks to find a kill, Lion provides all the lockdown needed for you to 100 to 0 whatever target it is you end up jumping for.
And you're getting none from your other support, so...
Yeah, it's a good point.
Makes a lot of sense.
It's a great combination, and it's what I think Vici first really popularized this last major. You have one support that is hard catch, one support that has a cleanse and is built to play the back line and save your allies.
I guess typically most teams are picking Shaman there. Why Lion over Shaman, would you say? And the main difference is single target burst from Finger as opposed to, tower push of wards.
It's a good question. I would imagine just maybe more burst, faster pace. They don't think... It's more of a killer, I think, than a Rasta, who wants to play more separate around the map. Lion is more looking to roam at all times. And I like the Shadow Demon. So this is cool. Does it purge through BKB to remove Jingu Mastery stacks? Tsunami's shaking his head yes, so I'm going to go with yes.
That is nodding, by the way. Shaking would be the other way, but nodding is yes.
Sheaves, I know.
Shaking.
You're killing me.
You can shake any direction.
You can't shake yes. You nod yes.
All right. Yeah, you're right.
Whatever. So
you can purge off the aphotic shield too.
Yes.
Yes, and it's really, really cool because it makes Monkey King have to think about when he's using his stun earlier than he would like. Because if you get the Jingu procs and you get it purged off and you throw out the staff, it's all of a sudden just a useless stun instead of this crazy AoE damage nuke.
Okay.
Perfect. Yep, that was... Lesh is excellent against Doom and Lifestealer, or Doom and the support combo. You also have a follow-up stun for a defensive disruption. Lifestealer just eats you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
So far, I think we are preferring EG's draft over Secret's draft. From the sound of it.
Yes and no. Secret, this Abaddon 5 position in lanes has been uncounted most games.
Yes.
OG 2-0 VP with it. This is one of those heroes that I don't think Abba's been totally figured out the same way some of these other popular Dooms and even Drow we've seen figured out by some teams. So the fact they have Abba as a 5, Monkey King who's going to have a great lane. He can lane well against Doom or Lifestealer. Secret have some scary stuff on their side too. This is new from EG, Kyle. That was always that's what we both kept saying.
Yeah.
We need different. You can't just go for your let's pick Artesia hard carry and try to go late game against Secret.
It just the thing that always drove me nuts about the way they were drafting was that they have such deep hero pools for their core positions. And this is what I like to see, where you open with, the S4 Doom, the Crit Spirit. All right, we've seen this all before. But grab a support from Fly's B tier. He doesn't play it very often, but this was a staple when he was winning those majors back in OG with the Naga, the Alchemist strategies, a ton of illusion spam. And the Artesia Lifestealer, he was one of the first players to spam the hero in pro matches. Abaddon... I looked at the 5 position, and really, you look at the concepts too. You have a saving 5 position on both sides, and a hunter-killer 4 position for both teams. And it just makes sense the way the game is played nowadays. Neither team high on reserve time either. Again, Secret last ban the Storm.
That's Sumail Storm.
Yep.
Gotta respect. And they are going to look for likely a secondary scaling here. You can't go... two space creator mode with Sumail's hero when you've got a life stealer.
Do you need something that counts as a vessel for Lifestealer? Like, is that something that we're looking for?
It'd be nice, but it's not essential.
Okay.
Like, you're not gonna tunnel your draft on only picking those heroes.
What do you think about Alina? I just a killer. I think a standard Sumail hero that you can roam for.
Lina is one of those squishy heroes that can backfire so easily.
Ember again?
Yeah, it's a Meepo ban.
The
Meepo's so good against these 4 heroes.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you're planning on picking, I think that Meepo ban is justified.
So what made previous game a great Wind Ranger game and this game not?
It's still an okay Wind Ranger game. It's you're picking your mid into a blind matchup. So you pick this hero that doesn't get hard countered by anything. You know you're gonna have a good lane.
Mm-hmm.
You're a secondary damage dealer to go with the life stealer.
You could TA. You have a lot of options really. It's all about what does Sumail want to play. And I think Wind Ranger, TA, DK, Ember, all are possibilities, but you got to keep in mind, it could be a Lesh, it could be a Monkey King mid, or it could be a whatever secret last pick mid.
Yeah.
So you need to cover your matchups. Viper, perhaps, but I don't think that EG should ever be picking Viper for Sumail in a game 3.
You've already got the Demonic Purge to deal with, like the Jingu. I don't think
Yeah.
you need to get the break for it as well.
I agree. Delivery for Lifestealer would be nice, maybe a Puck, but might be too low damage. You need that secondary core, to your point, something else to bring damage, especially if Artur goes for the Midas Radiance build. I expect I think it'll be the old school Matumba Man, though, this game. Like Armlet, Deso, Echo in some order. Radiance might be too slow. They do it again. Wow.
They do it again.
At your service.
That is a lot of burst damage from Sumail plus these 2 supports. You have kill set up from far distances. You can power shot from 3,000 units on the disruption.
Isn't Leshrac always pretty good against Wind Ranger, though? Because, Wind Run counts as an escape, but you can't really escape that.
It goes both ways. Lesh has the burst damage to deal with Wind Ranger, but Wind Ranger can out-harass in the early laning phase, and then has a better attack animation and more base damage, if that's the matchup.
And landing Split Earth against Windrun is just damn near impossible.
Yes.
Like, without a Yules to set yourself up,
Yeah.
but we're not seeing much Yules on Leshrac these days,
No.
at least not as much.
And the only setup they have, I guess, is the Lion.
Yeah,
Who's
Lion
gotta
can
be
definitely
3.
roam. Yeah, but it's Yapsor.
Yeah.
So they're thinking about who they want to send mid against Sumail, whether it's their last pick of the draft or they're going to send someone else in. EA comes out.
Interesting. So
probably mid Monkey would be my guess for mid 1. Like, it's not... It's one of those heroes that just can go mid and deal with a Wind Ranger or most range mids okay.
I think Wind Ranger might crush a Monkey King. Low armor, and there's a ton of kill potential from the EG support duo. And PA scares me because Wind Ranger is a natural MKB buyer.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
That,
Whereas PA does not want to build MKB against the Wind Ranger.
Are you sure?
Oh, you can. You might need to. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. It's not like a natural item progression for the hero, though.
Oh my god. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I actually think EG is going to win.
Jinx.
Which is possibly the worst thing I
So
can
based
say.
on game, I mean, if we're going by your game 2, then you were hoping to help EG out, and here you are cursing them.
I just wanted game 3. Now I'm just trying to
Be right
provide
for the first time in your
good
life.
analysis.
I think we're going to need to get a gag for Kyle. at some
Either
point
way,
over.
either way, it'll be an excellent game of Dota 2, and I hope it's a game 3 deserving of the crowd we got in the arena, because this will be fun.
Any final words, gods, for this series?
EG, Secret, game 3 between these teams. Sit back, enjoy. It's going to be amazing.
I couldn't have said it better myself, so sit back, relax. Let's get a kicker of a Dota 2 game in with Odie, Pixel, and Fog.
Secret versus Evil Geniuses. Game 3 ready to go. EG ending their draft once again with the Sumail Wind Ranger. The question, Fogged, is were Secret prepared for this? Do Secret have the answer?
They've got a lot of burst. The Zai Leshrac coming in. They've also secured late game with this Nisha last pick PA. We'll see.
We will see indeed. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the game started. So game 1, a dominant showing from Secret. Game 2, EG hitting back so darn hard. The question is, Folk, will Secret now hit back harder, or are we going to see EG stay on top in this game 3?
We will see indeed which one it is, and I think most importantly, we're going to have to look at lanes to start out, because lanes last game really determined so much. Just some clutch movements from S4, dodging some deaths, really made them have just an excellent start to the game. Now, we're talking about lanes again, because we're probably going to be seeing a switch up. I think the Monkey King versus that Wind Ranger matchup, it is very hard. Kyle, like I was talking about, you're very low armor. You actually get hit way too often. Wind Ranger's animation is absolutely amazing, especially if you have a vision inside of that mid lane. If you have high ground vision, Monkey King is going to really struggle to get last hits. So we're seeing Nisha. He's going to be the mid laner. They're throwing PA mid, and that's actually, that's pretty fine. You're going to get harassed a lot, but you should be able to get and secure some last hits, and you're not going to get bullied as much because you have 5 armor.
And then in that case, which side lane do you want to have mid 1 in? Like, what is the matchup that you do want to have this Monkey King against?
More than likely, I would think it would be versus the Doom, but it looks like right now, as far as they've scouted, they actually don't want to do that. They want to actually have it versus this Lifestealer. Both of them don't seem too bad, as long as he has as long as he has somebody behind him to protect him.
I'm going to see up top, a bit of an attempt onto the 2 of them as EG roll forward. Mid 1 having to run, they've got the slow from the open wounds. Mid 1 in a lot of trouble, Puppy's trying to block him off. Miscard will not be enough to heal him up as EG get first blood, taking Mid 1 out of that top lane.
They're going to send him directly up toward top immediately afterwards, too. So this is the lane that they want him to be in. They want him to be versus this Lifestealer to try to slow down that farm, because he can hit the Lifestealer a lot, but EG, it looks like they're going to keep a tri-lane up here, and this could really punish Mid 1 so much as he just TP back up here. If he just dies immediately...
He may just do so. Crip rolls forward. Because of the level 1, Puppy just being able to offer a miscoil heal. That is it. The slow will persist. Nothing to remove it. Yapsor's there, though. Stun comes out, and that will keep Mid 1 safe. Mid 1 will be able to survive thanks to that stun and rotation from Yapsor, as it will now turn this top lane into a 3 versus 3.
Good old-fashioned tri-lane. So we will have a Leshrac versus a Doom in the 1v1. I've seen the Lesh win this matchup pretty handily before, too. I've seen it, I think, a couple times in this matchup, in this tournament at least. It's really dependent on what creep the Doom gets from the side there, and we do see immediately, Zai actually walks up and he body blocks it to make sure S4 can't look to get one of those big creeps, in particular that Satyr. So Zai should have a pretty good time down here. He's in his safe lane. Nisha should be able to get some secured farm. Top is just going to be the fun one to watch.
They're going to try and go for flight. Mid 1, he's going to be the focus though. Arteezy with the open wound slowing him down. Another heal comes out from Puppy. Puppy's so low, and in fact he's ended up dying to the illusions created by that disruption, and now Mid 1 potentially in trouble. Yapsor. Nice 3-man stun. Again, Yapsor being sort of the saving grace to make sure that this top lane doesn't go to a complete shambles for Secret, as these stuns each time keeping Mid 1 safe. But EG getting these early 2 kills in this top lane.
Yeah, it's going to start slowing down a little bit soon because Puppy's going to be hitting level 2. As soon as level 2 comes out on Abaddon, that kill potential from Lifestealer is just not there. Your open wounds are just going to get removed every single time, and that's really the only reason they're able to set up for these kills, because of that early point in open wounds and them just being able to chase super far in. Bottom lane again, we see Zai walks up, body blocks the hard camp again. S4 actually put a sentry to check if it was warded. So Zai, he's gonna slow down his farm a little bit here because he keeps going to body block it, but the kill threat's definitely still there for him onto S4 sometimes.
Just trying his best to trade with that damage, but S4 will be quick to hit back hard anytime Zai gets close enough with that Infernal Blade from the Doom. Top, a bit of a scuffle here as they chase down Mid 1. They get the open wounds after the Aphotic Shield, so there's nothing else to purge it on Mid 1. Does have the Jingu into the Boundless, tries to turn. He's looking for crit, finally dies though. They'll take the 1-for-1 trade. As Puppy is trying to chase down Fly. Another miscoil will connect as Fly continues to retreat, but the right clicks from Yapso. Another miscoil. Secret get the second kill. They'll also be able to drain the mana of Arteezy, keeping the Lifestealer on his toes, but this top lane, indeed, so much chaos between the 2 tri-lanes.
They're actually changing the lanes. I was kind of looking at this, and Zai's not doing that well down bottom. S4 is able to get several creeps eaten, that he's been able to keep that regen up, and they're moving the Monkey King down bottom. They might move Lesh top.
At top, they'll have to go for Yapso. Puppy had to deny himself to take his way out of the lane, so Yapso's left alone. EG collapse upon him. It's going to be another kill. They're trying to give it to Arteezy, and he'll get it. Gets the last touch down bottom. Zai falling low, but the backup's here. Mid 1 turns, Boundless strikes out, but the stun from Zai misses off the mark. So S4, he can safely walk away from the 2 of them.
And now Zai is in a bit of a weird spot. Luckily, he sees a haste rune down bottom, so he's going to be able to reset himself, maybe go back to base if he'd like to. But these lanes now, I mean, Arteezy's going to have a pretty free time up top. And the Lash has been slowed down too, as well as that Monkey King on Secret. So a good start for EG in this starting moment with their tri-lane. I mean, this Earth Spirit Shadow Demon Lifestealer tri-lane is very threatening how much damage they can put through.
Yeah, both Zai and Mid1 about a wave of farm behind the respective cores on EG because of these side lanes.
And mid is the great thing, at least for Secret. It's dead even. Your PA can't really get harassed out too much by a Wind Ranger because you're just able to the regen and just your Stout Shield. You have 7 armor. You just have so much armor to deal with the harassment that comes out.
Zai, with the remainder of that haste, was trying to chase down Fly. He's still going to try and go for it here as the 3 of them moving in onto the Shadow Demon. Fly trying his best to juke out any potential stun, but Yapsaw hits it from a distance. There's stun lockdowns there, and Fly will fall shortly. Stick charge will buy him some time, but Zai finishes him off. Secret get the kill.
And a nice play by Zai, just how do you know, there's a rune bottom, so he gets the bottles up the haste rune, fills it up, makes his way up toward top, not to waste any time. If he'd gone back to base, then EG gets a lot more freedom up top. Now they can actually continue to put some pressure onto RTZ. Immediately, though, we see bottom. He's looking to put pressure onto mid one. He knows how weak this Monkey King is right now. S4 is level 5.
Puppey has TP'd over, though. He's going to have that extra bit of backup. Around this 5-minute rune spawn, we'll see who takes the fight down bottom. They'll look to move in onto Crit. Crit tries to grab it. Will be able to grab the first one. Rolls himself over as well. In fact, Samael, he's got the damage surely to look for Mid1. Mid1 turns with a balance, only hitting the creeps, not hitting any heroes. So it doesn't get a great amount of lifesteal. EG can just run him down, kill him off. They kill Mid1. His game continuing to get slowed down even more and more. 13 CS in comparison to double that on all of EG's 3 cores. That 25-24, EG have all positions farming in great place.
Yeah, now they're even going to give Crit a little bit of experience bottom as S4 finds the Dream Creep. He has now found that Satyr. So he's got that Shockwave, that extra HP per second. Level 5 already on Doom. Going to be near level 6, and he can just run at any of the heroes of Secret when he does get that and look for just kill setups with Crit.
Definitely this mid lane where there's the shining sort of start for Secret.
Yeah.
As you say, Nisha playing the matchup as expected, getting that edge on Sumail's Wind Ranger.
He got a DD rune as well. That's why Sumail actually went down toward that bottom lane. As soon as that DD was picked up, Nisha had secured, I think, like 8 or 7 denies and was able to push him out of the lane a bit.
Down bottom S4, trying to chase Mid1. Mid1 gets the chance to get the Jingu Mastery stacks up. Will jump forward. He's going to look for these kills. He's already used the balance, but a few right clicks could do it. Gets slowed down by Crit. So S4 able to walk away. They're desperately trying to get the position that allows Mid1 to get that farm going. But EG, they have his number every time. Sumail also moving down to this bottom lane to see if they can get something going onto him.
They know he's down here, though. They saw him with the ward in the river originally making the rotation. So they are aware of this and that. I mean, Nisha is just like, okay, I'm just going to keep getting absolute free farm in mid as a PA, which... yeah, like we said, they're going to be pretty happy about, but Mid1 constantly under threat here.
They're going to dive in. S4 hit 6. Doom's available. They have a stun to hold back Sumail, but do they need his damage? They have a shield, a mist coil, trying desperately to heal Mid1 up. Now they're diving in. Another heal from Puppey, keeping Mid1 safe as S4 cannot finish off the Monkey King. Another heal from Puppey. They can now turn, look towards S4. S4 trying to run. Still has Sumail now. He's going to get out. That's a dead abandon. Mid1 cannot finish off S4. Has the movement speed to get out of there. Puppey may die, but he does do his job and keeps Mid1 safe against that attempt from EG behind the tower and the Doom being used.
I think that first initial power shot not clipping Mid1 is what ends up allowing him to survive from the heals from Puppey. So that's the first Doom used. And Mid1 is now able to secure some farm down here, which he does desperately need. They're not too far behind right now. They're only about 200 to 300 gold behind on that Monkey King as well as Lash to their opposing factors. But it's the Nisha PA who is... yeah. Identical to Arteezy in that farm in that top lane.
Yeah, we saw what sort of happened with the Arteezy free farm in game 2. And this game, it's Nisha pushing it to that next level with the free farm PA in middle. Secret getting that lane set up that allows him to have this start. Movements from EG being played elsewhere on the map, just giving the space here in the middle lane for Nisha to just go ham in the creep in.
Radiant's middle tower.
Zai's the one who's looking to make some plays around the map. I've seen him like kind of playing around high grounds, waiting for someone to walk up. Because right now, level 6 on Leshrac, he's one of the strongest heroes on the map. Just how much damage he can push out, depending on who walks into him. If it's Lifestealer, probably not. But anybody else, he can easily bring them down if they do just walk up to that melee range up a high ground. EG, they're looking to try to push this out here. They're getting a defensive smoke to try to solidify Arteezy's farm and get this kill onto the Leshrac. Get some wards down as well. They don't have any vision right now on that top side for EG. But they... Aren't going to find anybody here as Zai just backs up and goes to jungle.
Mid lane, two of them towards Sumail. Again, every time the crits are there, Sumail just having to be very careful, as it's very hard for him to catch up to Nisha's farm by staying in this lane. They've got to try and look for action on the map.
Yeah, bullying him is way too difficult. He's got 18 armor when he's next to the tower as PA, so the right clicks just aren't going to be there. He also has a raindrop too. I like this buy because not only just that little extra mana regen for the PA, but just soaking a little bit of those power shots that come through will let you stay in that lane presence as top.
They get the setup here. Crip rolls in, gets the slow onto the two of them. Both Yapsa and Zai in trouble. Open wounds, power shots there from Sumail. As Zai will fall, can they get a second? Yapsa is back by the town with Puppey there. EG cannot dive any further. Bottom lane, S4. He was able to walk and get the Doom off. It's a solo kill onto the mid-bomb Monkey King.
As soon as they see the reactions happening, right? Puppey shows himself top for even a second when he shows that TP, and that's when S4 is like, I can go for this kill now. I don't have to worry for the heal and turn potential.
Big solo kill for him to find.
Yeah.
Catching Mid-One off guard. Mid-One does now have the phase boost finished, but still a bit of a climb for him to get back in.
This bounty rune.
They're deep in Secret's half of the map. Nisha starting to look towards Arteezy. Arteezy backs away. Jump forward for Nisha. He's actually getting kicked away from the team. They do get the Hex off onto Crit. Crit's controlled. Crit critted down by Nisha. Yapsor trying to catch out more. Sumail is onto the high ground. Nisha jumps back over to Fly as Fly caught away separate from the rest of his team. Secret, they get two.
Secret get two. EG, I think, claimed themselves the 3 bounty runes out of it, though, from the rotations. They actually sent the Doom, just didn't decide to make the move top. And Secret, they brought everybody. And now they actually do have this catapult in the mid wave, too, so they might be able to turn it into a push with that level 4 Edict. The glyph is forced. EG, they're trying to respond.
And Nisha straight in, jumping past the tower on top of Fly. Sumail and Crit are going to roll back. Crit trying to reinitiate. Puppey low. Phonic shield keeps us safe. Nisha jumps back into the midst of them all. Takes Fly out the fight. Mid-One's got the Wukong's command. Sumail trying to chase out Nisha, but Nisha, he's out with the blur. Nisha will still like the power shot. Won't say a kill him as Puppey. A Phonic shield is there. Nisha is fine. They'll turn back in. Arteezy has killed off Zai, but Zai finishes off Sumail. EG, they'll dive in. Arteezy leading the charge. They've killed off Puppey. They'll try for Yapsa with a stun. Yapsa holds back Arteezy. Arteezy's deep. Battle strikes out from Mid-One. He has another rage. Arteezy trying to get away with the movement speed. Crit will have a slow available. It's out onto Mid-One. As Arteezy should be fine to get away. There is a Primal Spring available in a few seconds by Mid-One if he wants to continue to chase, but Arteezy, he's out of there.
They get Sumail, but EG with a great hold, bringing absolutely almost all their heroes in the mid lane except for S4. S4 stayed bottom, claimed the full tower. Now he has a drum as well. This is a scary Doom. Phase drum already at this point in the game, level 9 as well. His damage potential, his health as well. I mean, when he's got the double devour, you see 33 health per second at the moment.
Pretty much this hero that Secret kind of had to ignore unless they want to use a lot of resources to take him down.
They don't have level 6s yet is the problem. Secret, they don't have 6 on Yapsor just yet either. The Tome has been used and they still don't have it either. While on the side of EG, Crit in the middle of that fight, he was able to use the Tome, he was able to hit 6. So they really need this finger to give them that little bit of extra burst potential. But even then, S4, he's very beefy here as he's making an aggressive move with Doom available.
See who steps out forward, Zai. On the front lines, Puppey behind him though. Will be able to offer some safety if Zai does get gone upon. They'll try and close the gap. They can't get the catch. Zai keeps the distance. Behind the tower he goes. EG will push on to the tier 1.
Zai's going to be the one who's been going for the Spirit Vessel, by the way. Since he's playing versus Doom, you want somebody to get a Spirit Vessel in the game, and they usually prioritize getting it on one of those offlaners in these games when they're not having the best starts. So Zai will have that one pretty early on to at least slow down a little bit that the Devour regen that's going to be coming out from S4. Showing that he's going for he hasn't queued up the Radiance, but you have to imagine it's going to be the Midas Radiance build in this game. Although you can see the argument, though, for that, like the AC, the armlet, just because he's versus that hard physical damage that comes out from Secret, so there is still the possibility he does vary that build.
I mean, this sort of passiveness, this sort of slowdown for both, like I say, that's hot. Zai, kicked into position, Crit, kicking him over towards S4. They have the Magnetize upon him, but Zai does have the stick charges and Yapsor's presence. Zai lands the stun, the finger, bam! S4's dead. Can they get more? Mid-One jumping in with the Promise, bring the Hex in time to cancel the roll away. They'll get Crit as well. 2 kills on Secret half on the top. They do lose Zai, but they get that finger buff for Yapsor.
I think
that first stack.
You're recognizing right now in Secret, you see Lifestealer with a Midas, right? We know what this hero does when you go Midas. It takes you a long time to really get involved in. I think we're going to see Secret grouping up a bit here with like 4 or 5 heroes looking to bring it to EG. while they have this timing window while RTZ's farming. Sure, they have Nisha who's going for a Battle Fury, but he's had a great start in that mid lane. He's almost level 12, and he's got a Demon Edge. He still is quite threatening as this PA. He can just throw a couple daggers, and these squishy heroes will get brought down very quickly.
It definitely seems a lot easier for Secret to present the fights with their PA rather than the RTZ Lifestealer, as you say. He needs time. EG, they'll do their best to buy it for him, of course, Sumail. Once he gets his first item online, he can move around. He's got great kill potential on solo pickoffs as a Wind Ranger.
It's quite a bit harder. You always have to be very aware of where Puppey is, because he can just turn the tides of those fights very quickly when you are looking for those type of kills. As EG, looking at the map right now, they have all the vision in the world. 3 wards placed down. They see Secret reacting to this too. They ping it immediately. This gives RTZ so much space, though. Look at this down bottom. He's able to just keep farming, and they just have all the tabs on Secret. They know all the moves that are happening on the map at the moment, so they can pick and choose their battles.
Nisha will, of course, try his best to move around the map under the cover of the blur. They'll try and play out against the fact that EG do have that deep vision.
Yeah.
Just clear up the Ancients. That Battle Fury is still going to come in very good time for him. This game, as he's 1k closer to it on top of the Demon Edge.
Yeah, incredibly even game. I think it's only like a 1k gold lead. Barely that for EG for the majority of this one. That's experience, same thing, sitting about 2k. 15 minutes in, 9 to 11. This is exactly what we want to be seeing here.
And these fights, you've just got to look for the clutch saves.
Yeah.
From both the Shadow Demon, Fly on EG, and then back over to Secret Puppey on his Abaddon.
And Fly's still not level 6. This Demonic Purge can be something that's very useful, like the panel talked about. He's got a couple cool things that he can do. If he purges the Monkey King, building up Jingu stacks is impossible because it's disabled. It doesn't allow you, just keeps keeps removing it from yourself whenever you do get it. And then also just the Aphotic Shield too. Whenever Puppey's going to be able to throw it onto a target, it's going to get instant dispelled off from that Shadow Demon ult. Still not quite level 6 though. He's, I think, actually 1 experience away. Nice 5 experience.
Definite bit of a slowdown.
Yeah.
But the Midas Lifestealer, RTZ, and then into the the Battle Fury PA for Nisha, they can both play to this advantage.
Yeah, both teams are.
They can keep up on farm with one another.
I think both teams are pretty content with the slowdown, because mid one he got slowed down in the early game, so he's like, I kind of want an Echo Saber before I fight. Yapsor's farming for a Blink Dagger. Usually he doesn't go for the Blink. Usually he goes for that Aghanim's Rush, so it looks like he wants to be able to get that extra catch for his team. But they're starting to pick up some items, and yeah, they've got a PA, so they're like, okay, Battle Fury's fine. Well, EG, they're okay with this farm because they have got a Lifestealer going for Radiance. Yeah, a bit of a lull period here for a moment. As yes, we see the tree. Tree on top of tree.
Mid one just keeping his eyes on the push up top. As there is movement from Secret. They're trying to smoke up both Yapsor and Zai to help mid one maybe make a play, but EG already backing away from that wave, making sure not to push out a wave too many up top. Especially with mid one now showing himself. Phase and Echo Saber complete. Between the 3 of them here, Secret have a lot of kill potential, and EG will respect that. They'll stay away from this part of the map.
Yeah, I think EG's like, we can wait. If we wait for the Lifesteal Radiance, we're in a happy spot. Now, Secret, they do have their PA Battle Fury already finished up. You can see they backed up a little bit, just not wanting to take that fight just yet. They even just continue to have RTZ farming down bottom. Now, though, they see mid one stepping up a bit far. They've got extra resources with Sumail here, too. And the Blink is picked up for S4, so he's got that quick way of getting on top of a target to follow up with crit.
Yeah, they have to be so careful how they jump though, EG. Yeah. And they absolutely are. They're holding it back. They're making sure not to make any brash movements. Anytime Secret do show cores on the map.
You could see how Secret felt like they were under vision too. Just looking at the map, the way now they've placed the wards too. They had a feeling that EG was very aware of what was going on. They've placed 5-6 sentries to take out all of those wards that EG did have.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under
The Blink Dagger now. Yeah, Yapsor too. So both teams having good Blink initiators.
Yeah. Secret really needing this one in particular. Now they actually have one. One particular, or in the other side, EG already had one. They had the Air Spirit who can naturally just go in with the hero. This ward was spotted by EG. They did see all of Secret running down toward from this bottom lane, but Fly.
They found him. He's out on his own. Fly. Well, 4, they'll take the support kill.
He was just pushing the lane in as far as possible. It looks like he kind of knew that was going to happen because he saw them. He saw them.
It was bound
with the
to
ward.
happen eventually.
Yeah, he was just keeping that lane pushed out so that his other cores could farm. They're just buying time for this Lifestealer to have Radiance because then they can actually fight in the 5v5. They can actually have a Lifestealer involved in the game.
And it's ever so close for RTZ.
Yep.
Few hundred gold and it will be there. And then, yeah, EG will feel much more confident with going head-to-head as long as they can do their best to keep Nisha off RTZ. These crits will still certainly hurt, especially when he has the Deso done. He much has the goal for the first Mithril Hammer of it. So at this sort of pace, you can expect this PA is going to be turning up to the next team fight with it completed if you give Secret a couple of minutes.
And Sumail has to be a bit careful how he shows here. YapzOr is here with the blink. Backup is starting to come over. Crit. And EG also, they're ready to fight. We see this Radiance is coming out to be delivered. They're going to definitely like smoke and look for a fight immediately with this one. They still have vision of Nisha in that bottom side with that ward they placed from earlier.
Yeah, this is the go time.
Oh, they might actually be able to get him here too.
Last few minutes, no mistakes being made by either side. It's been very passive. Now EG's ready to strike, ready to find that big cash. Nisha, he's been shot, but he jumps over to mid-one. Mid-one trying to lay down the Wukong's command. S4 in and on top of them. They've got the focus fire as well from Sumail. That'll be a dead Monkey King. Now turning towards Nisha. Disruption holds him, allows S4 to back away. Puppey and Zaya in. The finger, the stun is not enough. Arteezy still alive. Gets out of there. They get the shackle shot connection onto Zai. Zai trying to back off. Puppey, can he help him? He cannot. The power shot. Sumail, double kill for him. Crits it onto Nisha. S4's moving in. Inferno Blade. They get a third. Zai, he's brought back for this. He's trying his best to turn, but EG, they've still got the numbers, Zai. Can he get enough damage out to find Arteezy? No, Arteezy turns, eats him down. Zai's dead. Sumail, power shot, triple kill. EG, they break the silence. They break the passiveness of the game and take a huge team fight. One of the best reveals we've seen of a Radiance Lifestealer. The perfect time to go. EG, they were patient. They knew when to make the move, and they crushed Secret.
Beautiful smoke. They catch the most ideal target as well. They get Nisha to jump backwards in the fight, and then they find mid-one right in the midst of it all. They get the Doom on him, and he just gets evaporated in the fight. They almost bring down Arteezy in this one. You see Fly also struggling on the side of that Wukong's, but no Wukong's. The fight becomes so much harder for Secret. Arteezy, like we said, almost gets brought down, but we see just they're that much tankier right now, and Crit relentlessly diving forward. I just saw him chasing Nisha in the backline, making sure that he gets this PA who almost survived in the fight. Clutch plays again by Crit on this Earth Spirit as they claim themselves what was a 2,000 gold lead all the way to an 8,000 gold lead as well as an 8,000 experience lead. And now Sumail has the item to counter the PA as well. The full MKB is finished already.
Yeah, that fight will certainly do it. That triple kill will certainly do it for him. MKB, Maelstrom, Sumail, he hurts. If they cannot keep this Wind Ranger off the target, Sumail will take down pretty much anyone on Secret's lineup with a good focus fire. As it's 7 minutes faster than the patch average. No surprise there. As Sumail again, we saw it in Game 2, we're seeing it once more in Game 3. This Wind Ranger pick, it's so damn strong in the hands of Sumail.
Yeah, and S4 being off to this amazing start in this game, 2-1-6 with these 130 last hits, he's so tanky. So they actually have traditional frontliners. They have 3 tanky strength heroes that run in versus Secret. And Secret, who's their tanky frontliner? They don't got one.
They don't got one.
Lesh Zai has been shut down a decent amount, so he's not that tanky beast. And Monkey King as well, just unable to as YapzOr gets picked off in that mid lane.
And EG just starting to sort of roll around with the bottom lane. S4 running him down. Azai is trying to hide. There's nothing he can do. He's been doomed. He's been taken out. S4. Another pick for him. 3-1-6. He's had some shaky games, but this one is not one of them as S4. Every single time, if he sees an opportunity to find those kills, he'll get them. As Puppey TPing out. Sumail not aware of his whereabouts. Puppey will escape Nisha as well. Into the trees and out there.
Fly. Looks like he will probably go down here as Nisha makes the rotation over as well. Boundless Strike actually gets dodged here.
They'll get him.
But they will get him.
Still, though, Secret haven't been able to find any of these big core kills in a good few minutes. They played the farm game against EG. As we saw, EG were the ones to make the better move after that. And now it's very hard for Secret to strike back. They have to somehow catch one of EG's cores off guard. They're going to attempt for it here with the smoke.
They've got a ward down. They've also got the Desolator now finished on the PA. So if they get a successful fight, they can turn this into a Roche immediately.
Crit's position. He's there on the high ground, making sure the Secret cannot invade the jungle from this angle. He has been scanned out.
Secret knows as well.
So they're going to look for the wraparound. Mid-one up to the trees. Arteezy, Sumail, and Crit are here. Does Secret want to jump this Yapso? He's going to try with the Hex. Midborn go for the Wookos to the high ground. The balance strike onto the two of them. They found Crit. They'll try and chase for more. Samael, can he get out of this? He'll turn, but he's dead. Secret.
And that's with the Deso. They can go straight into the Roche pit with this immediately.
2 dead on EG. They may have found the upper hand earlier, but now Secret. They'll be able to close this gap just a little bit.
You know, we talk about how important vision is. These wards, both times now, the team that had a good ward to get the start of the fight has gotten a great situation for themselves. Is that when they do it now?
He tries to come into the PS4, but he gets jumped up on Arteezy. He's trying to save him.
He needs to run.
5 members of Secret. They'll chase him down. The crits are out. Fly, can he do anything to help him? I don't think so. Arteezy's dead. Fly, he's gone as well.
Oh my, they actually went in with only...
They went in.
They only had 2 heroes. They don't have their big front line that we were talking about. Or they only had 3. S4 just runs in and... Oh my god, now they get a Roche. And Nisha, who just had a Desolator finished up, is picking up another small item and going toward a Satanic next. That's exactly what Secret needed.
Oh boy, indeed. EG from PogChamp to Brokeback. A Secret now, this PA, back in form to cut down the cause of EG with that Aegis in hand.
And look at this, you see them, they're running in, they send the illusions with the Radiance, but Yapsar with the blink gets the catch, and immediately from there, I mean, Arteezy's running into 5 heroes. Right there, you know he has to just back off, and there's no buybacks available from the other heroes on EG.
They had no business going in like that, EG, against the full 5-mana Secret that they knew was around that pit area.
And now Secret, they have claimed all 4 bounty runes as well afterwards, and now Crit also steps up forward, looking for Nisha.
Does get the silence and does have S4 in with the stun. They're bringing Nisha low, roll forward as well. They have to control, but Nisha, he jumps down to the low ground. Can he get out? He's dead once. Can they kill him a second time? EG, they're on top of him. There's the Hex out again, Nisha. Phantom strikes away. Wukong's command is out and down. Boundless strike onto S4, holds him back. They'll get Nisha out, but EG, they will take the Aegis out of his hands. Was this game a huge swing around back? So only a 1k difference between the 2 teams.
And sometimes, you know, we talk about the gold, but also that experience. When you have fights just swing it that heavily, how much experience really goes to Secret is insane. Because PA, this hero, when you get those levels up, your talents are actually so powerful, right? And now you got level 18 too, so the crits, they're a lot more threatening. Everybody's starting to build up some needed items on Secret, as we were mentioning how they don't really have that incredible front line like EG does, just being able to run in. When they start to get BKBs finished, that's the front line that they can have, because a lot of that magic damage gets reduced, and just Crit can't actually do what he's been doing of just charging in every single time, and
Well, DD in the bottle here, ready for that next fight. Nisha, more than prepared if EG come hunting for action again. But they have to respect the PA. They have to have some sort of game plan and strat to stop Nisha from just being able to hit their heroes.
Yeah. And we were mentioning how Arteezy, he might go for some type of like this armor build because he's playing versus this high physical damage of the PA. We do see him going for that. He went for the armlet like we saw before, and now he's going straight for that AC. He needs it. They don't actually have Lads on their team. I actually don't think they do. Might see if Lads picked up maybe, but I think S4 might just want bigger items than that, so he's actually not going to be able to. He's going for Shivas instead. So just that bigger armor item for his team.
BKB done for mid one. Blink Dagger done for Samael.
Okay.
So Samael can look for those quick plays, the good angles. If he gets a shackle shot onto 2.
He can get into the back lines is the important thing too. If he can find somebody in the back, he still does an insane amount of damage if he's able to get that focus fire. Just if he gets caught by a single disable, you're likely to die, so probably the BKB coming out for the Wind Ranger after this one. As Crit
immediately jumped on. Yapso straight up to the high ground. They had that ward out. The finger will finish him off. Crit's gone. Let's see if they can find more mid one. Trying to chase for S4, closing the gap. The rest of the team can't quite get there, but they will be able to push down the tier 2 tower. Top fortification out from EG. Are unlikely to want to try and hold this. With a man down, they don't have the numbers to tackle Secret head on, as Secret will claim the tower. Nisha getting the last touch and putting him closer and closer to having that BKB.
Secret are constantly finding it Crit in these situations. Crit now, who have, after that mid-team fight, had an incredible start. They found him like 2 or 3 times, just initiating on that Earth Spirit right away, just recognizing how much of a problem he can be inside of the fights, just getting all these constant silences and slows. Yeah, Secret just a lot more space on the map in order to back up and farm at Nisha. He has gotten the the Morbid Mask that we saw him going for the Satanic, but switches up, going straight for BKB afterwards. Now BKB with that Dessa, with that Battle Fury, that is the timing. That is when you've got pretty much the full power on the PA until you get level 25, of course, but it's going to be a lot harder for EG. The targets that they have to go for. Who do they want to focus with the Doom? Who do they want to focus with that Demonic Purge? It starts to change up when these items start to get delivered. And this PA is just going to have... They're going to have to put a lot of attention onto making sure Nisha can't just take over the fights. But Mid One has also caught up because of all this. It's not just a PA now who's farmed. It's a Monkey King who's also level 17. BKB, Maelstrom finished up with that Echo Saber, so a lot of damage coming out from Mid One as well.
Secret. The push on down the mid lane. Even though the net worth is close, it definitely feels like Secret are the ones that can be a little more confident in the team fights.
Yeah, they've got the double BKBs. It just makes playing the game that much easier in comparison. E.g., they have one built in, of course, on the Lifestealer, but the Wind Ranger, like I was mentioning, Sumail, he gets caught by absolutely anything in these fights, and he's just gonna get ripped apart by Secret. He is the true definition of a glass cannon on this Wind Ranger.
And for that reason, we may see sort of EG at least try and find a bit more downtime so they can get that BKB before anything happens again. I want to say that they're actually going to try and smoke. They'll see if they can go for this.
They want to get some more vision out into their jungle right now. And they can still get the instant jumps. That's the big thing, is they do still have these blink daggers. So if they can get the initiation, that's one thing. And the bounty runes are coming out.
Let's see if they can try. They don't really want to commit a lot onto Puppy. Nisha will jump in onto RTZ. S4's in as well. They'll get the Doom down, but the BKB was already out. So Nisha, he can keep fighting on forward. They've killed off S4. EG, they've got to get out of here. They've got to back up. Hide by the shrine. Mid One jumping in. Keeping eyes upon them. He's just charging straight into the lineup. Does still have the BKB ready to pop if he wants to. But EG, they've just got to try and get away. Nisha, dagger slow out onto Fly. They chase down the Shadow Demon. One shot! 1200 damage crit from Nisha will do it. Flies out of the game.
And this is 2 minutes now. There's no Doom. We see S4. Sure, he's got a plate mail, but he is not tanky anymore. He was for some time, but now this PA has hit critical mass. And they're looking to threaten high ground off of that kill. As Doom is on cooldown. Sure.
RTZ has finished off the Assault Cuirass. And he is going to try and lead in on towards Nisha, trying to push them away, but the siege potential for Secret is strong. Tier 3's down. The range racks as well is going to be going. As Nisha already starting to hit onto the melee. Shackle shot will be there, but is there the follow-up? That's the question. S4's TPing in. But Secret, they're just taking this Rax. A stun holds back S4. Silence will be there for Crit. Arteezy, he's trying to get in on top of Nisha. Mid One starting to rev up the Consummate. S4 canceling with the stun. The power shot. They killed off Mid One. Can they get more? They've lost the melee Rax. Secret have just going to try and get out. Now the BKB popped by Nisha. The Yules holding Sumail up in the air, allowing Nisha to get away and not die to the focus fire. EG, they will get Yapsor too. But the damage has been done by Secret. They lose 3 heroes, but they've taken that full set of Rax on the top lane.
Beautiful two-man stun there from S4, able to get Mid One up, taken out before he actually gets that BKB. Just go down. They're relying a lot on Puppy to just get the shields off, so they're being a little bit reluctant to use their BKBs right away. But yeah, perfect jump there by S4 as they're able to get that burst off. But like you said, the Raxes were taken out. And Nisha does survive.
Yeah, they were so close to finding him, but that Yules play, I believe from Zai, keeping him safe, holding back Sumail. Zai, though, will now be found as EG move out to the map. Fly does fall, but Zai will die for it. EG, get another good trade for them. They can now try and push back out on the map. There's a minute without Zai.
But the rest of Secret is respawning, and you still have to be pretty worried about this Monkey King, this Mid One.
And now, their line as well. Yapsor, he has the completed Aghanim Scepter for these fights, as well as that Blink. This line can do a whole lot of work.
Yeah, level 15 as well, so he's got takes the GPM town instead of that Finger town, and immediately they're looking for smoke when they've got only 4 heroes up. They're still recognizing how powerful they are, and they're still recognizing they have vision of somebody right now. They see S4 with this ward up top. S4, he gets caught by Disable. He's likely to die here.
See what sort of a catch Secret can get. Who will they find? Boundless. Down on a crit, jump forward. Crit's going to be the focus. Stun won't quite get onto S4, but Nisha, he's in, chasing him down, goes for the BKB and the TP out, and that will make him out of there. S4 does escape. There's only crit to fall. S4 making sure the casualties are limited. BKB timing for Sumail, he's getting very, very close to it. 500 or so gold, and the BKB will be done on the Wind Ranger, so he'll have a much better chance of BKBing, moving in, focus firing, and win running around onto the PA and getting Nisha out the fights.
Yeah, now he can actually get into the fights. I think it's so scary without it, as the Roche is actually in a very convenient timing as Secret. They're all up and they're going into it, and this dies extremely fast. This is the Aegis and the Cheese. Looks like Secret's going to be able to get this one for free here.
EG unlikely to be able to get over here in any time soon enough.
Push out those lanes. You see Arteezy's pushing bottom as much as he possibly can, as they know they can't fight without Earth Spirit around that Roche pit.
Arteezy, 3,500 gold into the MKB.
Needs it.
If they, I mean, as I say, if these two heroes with these items, they can deal with the PA. And just a whole lot of it relies on whether they have the control to deal with these supports that are going to be backing up Nisha. Puppy with the shields, the heals.
And also just making sure you don't tunnel vision too much on just the PA, because mid one is still definitely a force to be reckoned with. Near level 20, he also has his own AC. So he is going to be very strong inside of those fights as well. So they are itemizing in order to deal with the PA, but they are going to have to remember to deal with that Monkey King too at some point.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
There's only a 1k gold in it at the moment.
Structures are fortified.
Secret are the ones that continue to get these objectives, taking the Roche, pushing on to the tier 1 down bottom.
Got bounties coming out soon. I believe S4 also has his Shiva's Guard if he would like to purchase it. But we might see some players be holding on to buyback for these next few upcoming team fights. Especially into an Aegis and a Cheese. Here we go, bounties.
Onto Puppy, but Puppy had Nisha by his side. They'll try to crit. It'll be the defensive disruption fly, keeping crit safe for now. S4's on the backlines, does get the Doom down. He's going to be focused mid-one. He's backing away. A huge magnetize from crit, in fact, onto the entire team. He'll roll back forward. Onto Puppy. Hex. Finger from Yapzor. Takes crit out. But Nisha falling low. Arteezy has got the damage. They kill him off once. They're killed off mid-one. EG. They'll take the fight. They'll look to go a second time onto Nisha. The stun control. They'll chase him down. A disruption set up from Fly.
Two-man stun again.
Towards side. There's S4 again jumping in, getting the plays, making the setups happen. They'll get the full team wipe. Evil geniuses doing it in style. S4 leading the charge. The team follows up. Crit with a huge magnetize, forcing Secret to disperse. And then this chase down Arteezy and Samael. When they get the targets, they destroy them. As now it's EG's turn to push back hard. There's no buyback apart from Zai available on Secret. EG, they're up to the high ground. They could do some serious damage here, Fog.
They can definitely look to get at least one Rax here. I mean, do they just try to commit forward here for the second one? It does look like they might, as there's no buybacks.
At 50 seconds, no buyback on Nisha. He went for the full purchase of the Satanic.
And I believe the Satanic, he used it before he died with the Aegis. I think the SD Demonic Purge may have purged it off as he used it. I didn't get to see, he was very low anyway.
An EG.
And now they get two sets.
They're now a huge lead ahead of Secret off the back of this.
S4 coming in so clutch in these last few fights, just
Absolutely.
getting the perfect jump. He got mid one with the Doom, again, in this situation.
A Secret. They'll now start to get back together, try and force EG back off this. The finger comes out, but Arteezy pops the rage, finishes off the melee axe. Wukong's command does kill off Fly. S4 on the retreat with the BKB. Secret will try and chase a little bit. The wraparound here from Zai. He's looking to cut them off. He's got the Yule setup. He's trying to go for this, but Samael, the shackle, the focus fire. Zai's dead. Nimble puts the BKB, trying to go up against Arteezy. They've got the Hex locked down as well. Stun from Yapzor. Arteezy in potential trouble. The man is gone. The life is as well. Balance from midpoint finishes him off. But EG certainly, they already did the damage they wanted. Sure, those two deaths are a little painful. Arteezy being taken out for 80, but he has got buyback if he feels the need to use it, if the pressure comes out from Secret. A Secret unlikely to be able to do much anyway. They still lost two more heroes, and their base it's in shambles. They broke into it, EG, and now they're back on top.
Always able, I mean, S4 just seeming to get the right target every single time in these fights. Getting the target, not only the mid one Monkey King, but it also was with the Cheese. I was wondering where the Cheese was inside of that instances, and yeah, it was on mid one, so he couldn't use it, he couldn't survive. And what a series of events. Arteezy still dead for 50 though, like you said, he does have the buyback.
See if Secret can force it. It's hard though with just the three of them. It's still a very hard high ground to approach. We saw there, you know, Samael, if he gets in with the BKB, finds a lockdown on a hero, it's sort of a doom in itself. Whoever is targeted by that focus fire will be gone. Deleted out of the fight.
Yep, sir, just keeping lanes pushed in. He's level 18 now, so that finger frequency, it's on the 20 seconds, so you'll see him probably be using it on creep waves to push it out constantly here.
And a lot of that lead at the moment, as you can see on the individual net worth, it is the fact that just Zai, he's falling behind this game.
Gold lead really doesn't feel like it's too much. It's really just who gets these jumps. It really does. Like if the Doom isn't tasked on the right target, if Crit isn't to get like a clutch Air Spirits magnetized split around, the fights could be completely different. But it really is so much up to those initiations, as we see 51 to 49, a dead even game.
As EG, Arteezy's back in the game, holding that 3K lead over Nisha's PA. At the moment, very close to hitting his 25 as well. Basher's going to be next on the menu.
Same thing for Arteezy, going for that Basher. Level 25 is the next thing that we are going to be looking out for. Like you said, Nisha only 23. Arteezy close to 25,
so
a little
close.
bit there. A little bit closer. That Rage, we've seen how strong 8 seconds of that Rage can be. If you can actually just get into those backlines for sure.
And just making it impossible for Zai or Yapsor to offer any sort of that crucial lockdown that they
so
need.
much on these initiations, though.
They're going to try and make the jump from the smoke. They lead in. Yapsor, he gets the Hex off. Nisha's in with the BKB but fly. The defensive disruption. He's going to keep it safe. The Doom. S4 again, he's in. On top of mid-one. Arteezy moving in with the Rage. Can they kill off this Monkey King? They'll take Nisha first. The Monkey King falling over the finger. The Hex. Yapsor, he's got the burst. Arteezy's gone.
Oh my god.
A Secret will come out on top of the fight. 3 dead on EG. As short the Doom comes out, but as we saw mid-one, he's already got the Wukong's command through. Yapsor getting these lockdowns, that clutch finger coming in to burst Arteezy out of the match as he falls low.
Yeah, the important thing is really it's that Wukong's. He got it off, so he's too tanky for them to actually just focus fire and bring down. And then the control does come through. They threw everything on Nisha there, not letting him actually get the Satanic to heal.
Samael, he's a little tempted. He hit the shackle, but he's got to play it cool, and he does. Blinks out, Wim runs away. No messing around from Samael. He knows he cannot go for that one. And again, sort of a point where we're seeing that lead that EG created does slip away from them once again. This fight, Secret, they make that first jump. EG try their best to return fire. But as you say, mid-one with this whole area of control makes it so hard to fight into.
And I was trying to see this one. Did he? Yeah, he did. Okay, so I saw Nisha turn. He tried to get the Satanic off again, but he's demonic purged. The second time I've seen it happen, he turns to use Satanic, and it instantly gets dispelled off. So in that fight, we could have actually seen Nisha turn and survive if it wasn't for Fly getting that ulti off on him there.
And great catch as well from Zai, as you saw to the side of the replay.
Yeah.
He's straight into the trees. He's on top of both of the supports. Fly and Crit just getting handled by the damage output of this Leshrac so that they cannot reach in and offer any sort of support to the rest of their team.
Yeah, absolutely. And you still have to know, like, you still always have to be pretty scared of this Lion, how much damage the finger can really do. It's just coming out.
It's adding up.
It's starting to do like 1,500 damage or more in this instance of the game. That was a little bit higher. I think I was a little bit high on that one. I think it's like 1,400 right now, but still a lot of burst damage coming out if he's able to get the disable. And we'll see how important these jumps are. The initiations are pretty much everything inside of this game. So high ground, we're going to see teams holding high ground a lot. You see Crit, he's done this a lot in this game already. We've seen it more and more in tournaments, but it's really so much about those jumps. As the scan does catch Crit for a moment here, as all the rest of EG, they perched themselves up, but Secret, they're smoked. Zai with a 10-second BKB too. So you're mentioning how he gets on top of those supports. Now he's got freedom to just crush them as they can't slow him down.
This is a long wraparound from Secret. EG may not expect this angle of initiation.
They see Sumail. They're all starting to gather up together. There's an illusion rune top. Arteezy's popping the Rage to get it, using
Secret,
that Radiance.
I don't think EG's expecting this. Secret, they're coming from behind. BKB's going to be popped by S4. BKB's out from Zai. Samael on the high ground with the BKB. Tries to look at Zai, but Zai's out of there. Samael, he's trapped in the Wukong Saman. Hack the Wimmer, but it doesn't matter. Samael's dead. 90 seconds, no buyback. Crit, jumped on by Nisha. They'll turn towards Arteezy. Arteezy trying to finish off Zai. They have the sentry so he can see him through.
He's isolated.
Zai kept alive. The miscoil, the Aphotic Shield, Puppy, keeping Zai safe. On the back, Nisha jumps in again. Mid-one, double kill for him. They'll get themselves a fourth. As Crit buys back, but it's a dieback on Crit. Nisha with the triple kill.
Oh my god, Sumail blinked on the cliff and he just got caught in the middle of a Wukong's command and just gets absolutely shredded. Yeah. That wraparound from Secret, absolutely perfect. You see, Puppy's the one who actually just charges in because he's like, I'm gonna bat in, please hit me. He gives all the information for his team. Beautiful fight, actually just perfect for them.
I mean, you know, Samael said, call him the GOAT, and we're seeing why there. They do love their cliffs. As he's stuck up there, dead, stuck in the Wukong's command. In comes the push down mid. Secret, they're going for the game. 3 dead on EG. They don't have buyback. It's only up to Arteezy and S4 to try and slow this down. but the siege potential, the pushing power of Secret, they're shredding through the tier 4s. 20 seconds before this back. That's 4. Arteezy, they'll go in, they get the Doom. They got Nisha. They need more. They'll go for Mibble. Mibble has to be giving more, but the X, it's there. Onto the stun. The Boundless is dead. And Secret can take him off the map. Onto the edge of Sumail. He's back in 5.
They've got Edict, though. They've got this throne. It's going down. It's getting brought down by everybody on Secret.
It's melting as the throne will fall. GG is called. And Team Secret take Game 3 and secure themselves a spot in the grand finals of the major.
What an absolutely ridiculous wraparound smoke. And the perfect team fight coming up for them there. They got absolutely everyone caught inside of a Wukong's command, inside of that clustered area. And really Arteezy gets isolated, Sumail dies at the start of the fight, and from there, Secret just take it handedly afterwards.
And no longer Arteezy the only one to be having some of those flashbacks to being stuck on a cliff. Now Sumail's going to have them as well.
A self-cliff as well. He blinked, he panic blinked, and it gets himself caught up there.
But as you can see, smiles out from both sides, as what a delight of a series this was. However, Secret today will be the ones to take the best of 3. Moving on, EG, they'll have another chance, but once again, they've got to make it from that lower bracket, Fogged.
Yeah, but what a treat of a third game we got there. It was dead even at pretty much all stages in the game. Anybody could have won. It was really up to those initiations. Secret just reading the map there perfectly, getting that scan on the high ground, getting a beautiful wraparound, and taking the win.
Excellent piece of Dota 2 to behold, and both teams giving it their all. Secret will be the ones to be the victors today. Maybe we'll see them meet up once again in the grand finals. If EG can make that run, we'll have to find out as the tournament continues. But 2-1, Secret take this best of 3 today.
Yeah, I would definitely not be unhappy if this is also going to be the matchup of the grand finals. What a third game of the series. It was close and even as we hoped it would be. I don't know what it is with EG and Cliffs, but it's still a thing apparently. But that third game, that was some nice Dota to end the series on. Secret, third grand finals of the DPC season so far. Gods, where do you want to start this one off?
I mean, what a game to end on. Secret, their team fight, their play, it was just impeccable this game. They had this clear idea about how to, adjust from game 2 against the Sumail Wind Ranger mid. They put the PA there, and they found a slightly better matchup for themselves. They set themselves up to succeed here.
Sure, but it wasn't looking so hot for them for a bit in that game.
Racks first. At what point? I mean, EG bounced back. Yeah. Sure.
No.
It was a back and forth.
The Roche fight, that was, I think, a 5-for-1, 5-for-0 that they don't know.
Which Roche fight we talking? The one that EG won, you mean?
No,
the Secret one.
Okay. The 5-0.
Yeah.
I actually think that if I could point to one thing, because it was really a brilliant game of Dota, but what Secret's doing better than any team right now is recognizing the importance of vision once you get into the mid to late game. All those huge fights that Secret took, they were the ones smoking. They were the ones initiating. They held the high ground. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately for Sumail, by the time he was actually on the cliff, it was, not the same kind of high ground. And not like, God, I saw that and I was just like, not like this. Anything but this.
It was a really, really good game of Dota 2 to watch, and we saw both teams just executing properly. And then, it is very unfortunate that the final fight has an ending like that because, it's just very unfortunate. Let's just keep it at that. But it was a brilliant game of Dota 2. EG definitely had a good grip at some point, but so did Secret. It was back and forth. What caused this game to be as back and forth as it was?
I think it's just the nature of the draft, right, guys? Like, you have MKBs of paramount importance for the EG cores. You need BKBs on the side of Secret. They get the BKBs before the MKBs, and that sort of shifts the balance of power in the 5-on-5s. I think Tsunami made a great point off camera that S4, if he goes Ags here, there's two ways to deal with Doom. You either accept you're going to get doomed and tank it, or you get like a double Lincolns. Secret, their cores are just saying, okay, you can Doom us, we don't care, we're going to keep fighting. Monkey King standing in his ult, Nisha continuing to fight. If you Ags Doom PA, not only will it never end, you remove his ability to crit and his evasion.
And both those cores have lifesteal.
Yeah.
Monkey King when he gets his Jingu, PA with the Satanic. So they're able to stand there fighting through the Doom, and the PA does so much damage. So I think Tsunami was kind of saying the Ags, like he's getting this refresher to doom 2 people. He didn't have one good doom target. What's the second doom going to do? But when it's an Ags doom, you have an amazing.
The hero's deleted.
Yeah,
and you're in a position. I thought S4 played great. He had a bunch of blatant
yeah.
double stuns. His initiations were on point, and it's much harder for him to do that than our MVP of this game, Yapsor, who really started pretty much every single engagement that went well for Secret. Mostly though, due to either the wards, the smokes, or the vision of his Monkey King, who was playing around. He got, I think, tree vision, AoE, and the range. So mid one's just this living ward, Tarzaning through the trees. Great job.
I have to point out, though, Yapsor on his line at minute 12, he was not yet level 6. He did not have a hot start of his game. Managed to catch up, though, of course, but it looked pretty scary during that time for Team Secret, because normally Yapsor is the one setting the tempo. He just couldn't yet.
Yeah, they had this trial lane versus trial lane up top, where I think the lane set was better for Secret this game than the last, but that trial lane versus trial lane was very EG favored. They played it very well. They managed to get a lot of key kills. Crit was perhaps EG's best player this game. His Earth Spirit was just on point all throughout. And that winning that trial was a big in part due to him.
Yeah. The one downside of the Wind Ranger is like once the damage output of the EG cores, so it's similar. You have the evasion, then the invis later with the talent, but you're still very squishy, and you have to play flawlessly to stay alive in the big engagements. And I thought Sumail played great. He really did, and it just comes down to one team's got to win, one team's got to lose, but I would really not be surprised if this was a repeat of the finals, and I think that we'd have a closer series if they got that rematch, because we wouldn't have those weird outdrafts kind of creating this opportunity for only the one sick game.
Yeah, I think if you continue this series, if you make it into a best of 5, I wouldn't be surprised to see it go all the way to the 5th game and have another close game at game 5, because these two teams, they're just mind gaming against each other. It's hopefully a never-ending loop, because otherwise it would be getting stale. We don't want that. But this series, I mean, it was great. I feel like it kind of delivered. Other than the first 2 games, they were stumpy, but they were execution of strategies that were very strong.
Everyone points to TI3 as the best finals. Well, until TI8 happened, and that was really just one good game.
Yeah,
it was the game 5. But when it's the last one, it's the one you remember.
Pretty average, yeah.
But no one cares. No one minds.
You know what I care about? I care about what the players have to say and what the players think, and emotions run high during games like this, and not always do players have a way to word it properly after the game. But let's see if they can do it this time, because on stage with Helen right now is some of Team Secret.
Hello, translator Helen here with our host Zai and Mid One from Team Secret.
All right, so Mid One, in game 1, you played Meepo. You played very well, although I think I played a bit better. But do you think Meepo's a really good hero? Do you think it's last pick only, or what do you think about the hero?
I mean, my Meepo is not that good, so it's only last pick.
问了一下 Mid One 他的米波是不是只能10首选？他说只能当做秘武器，因为他打得不是特别好。
So Puppy said, I don't know when he said it, but he said that up until TI, he wants to play scrims and officials and try really hard. Do you think this is important, or do you want to have fun as well when you're playing?
I mean, I think having fun in scrims is very important too at the same time, so that, like, if you have fun on scrims, your team mentality actually gets better, and the team atmosphere is actually better, so having fun in scrims is actually pretty important.
Puppy 说过，他想在 TI 之前都保持高密度的训练，然后继续努力。Mid One 说，其实，在训练当中，打得很有趣、很开心，其实也非常重要，对队內的氣氛非常有幫助。
Alright, so in game 3, you played Monkey and you fed First Blood. Why?
I don't know. I thought I was very strong, but they just pummeled me down, so whatever.
我们的主持人再问了一下，第3把你为什么送了1血？Mid One 说，其实我也不知道，我以为自己很强。
And finally, what do you think about Ursa?
My Ursa is better. That's all I can say.
再问了一下，你觉得我的拍拍怎么样？Mid One 说，我的比你的更好。
Thank you.
Thank you.
也是非常感谢2位配合我们，稍后还有更精彩的比赛，不要走开。Back to the panel.
I love that setup for the interview. A very diplomatic answer there from Mid1. You know, his says a little better than Zai's. Granted, he might have had a rough lane, but that was a fun way of doing the interview and having insight from both players as well, two players. Kind of now know what's going on a little bit more in the minds of Team Secret right now. They just want to try hard until TI.
Yeah.
Have a little bit of fun as well during scrims.
It's definitely more fun when you're winning. And they've done quite a bit of that over the years. Or over the year and the years.
And your team becomes your family. Like, you're going to enjoy. You spend so much time with them, you kind of have to enjoy it, or you're not going to function well.
Just like us on the couch, right?
Just like us, absolutely, man.
I thought he was going to go a completely different direction.
I'm not sure if being family is the right way, by the way, but what do you want to say?
Oh, I just wanted to comment, you know, I was impressed by EG. They were, that game 3, they're fighting against so many curses. My curse, the Cliff curse, the third place curse. And they were still so close. It's steps. They're making progress.
True.
And to the fans, to the viewers in the crowd and back home, you know, let's make sure to appreciate this while we still can. I don't think that you can look at that game and say, oh, this team lost or this throw. There's things Secret did right. There's a reason that they're on top. And I think that it's important we, you know, you never know how many more of these EG Secret back and forths, epic game 3s we're going to get. And, you know, stop flaming. Enjoy it. It's beautiful. It's Dota. It's why we're all here.
While we can. I also think it is very admirable to see how they changed up their strategy in between or during the series, which is something that, well, you need to be able to do. Not every team can do that.
Yep. This is the best EG has looked against, you know, Secret in a while.
Yeah.
They were so close. And I think that's going to give them a bit more confidence going into future series. Yes, they walk away with a loss. They might get a rematch in the grand finals. You know, confidence, it's not a light switch. You don't just turn it off and on. It's a foundation. You've got to build it up slowly, and EG's getting better and better. You know, it's going to be just a matter of time until they take that next series, potentially.
Which will be tough, as it's, I believe, next on the docket. LGD versus Liquid.
Yeah. We started quite a few hours ago, but these two teams... They have been waiting for this moment. They need to secure their spot in tomorrow's series as well, and in the top 3, which is what you get if you win the upcoming series. PSG versus Liquid.
Yeah, fatigue will probably play a role in this, as they both have already played today. They were both 3-game series.
Yep.
And what time is it? About 9 o'clock? Maybe we'll get underway by 9:30. It's a tall task. Luckily, both these teams have a ton of experience. I imagine we're still going to see a very high caliber of Dota, but it's definitely always difficult on this day. Before Finals Day, the double BO3, it's the same at TI, and I would say this is good practice for both of these squads, because this is something you will have to do if you find yourself in the top 6 loser bracket later this summer.
Better yet, PSG already did this. Previous TI.
It's true.
They had a very long day that day, while Liquid, when they won TI, 3-0 sweep, you know? So they lack that practice, perhaps. But we'll see how they do here in the upcoming series. Before we get to PSG versus Team Liquid, we're going to let the team set up and get ready for it. So we'll be right back with our final series of the day here at the MDL Disneyland Paris Major.
Mid1 having to run. They've got the slow from the open wounds. Mid1 in a lot of trouble. Puppy's trying to block him off. Miscode will not be enough to...
Show me what to kill and where. When do I start?